1015 KGB FM San Diego. It's the best of Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw Show. Coming to you here from the Crystal KGB FM San Diego studios. Between now and 12 noon, you're going to hear the Dean of American Sportscasters. Plus, we'll talk about the Union Tribune newspaper's Victims of the Year, Dave's Celebrity News, plus a call to Santa Claus from Dave's daughter, Allie. We'll hear Lash Wednesday. The Reverend Dave takes your freaky confessions at 570-1015. That coming up in the 10 to 11 hour here on the show today. You thought your Thanksgiving sucked. Well, listen to these bad Turkey Day stories. See if yours doesn't sound just a little more appealing than the ones you'll hear on the show today. But let's get it started with what turned out to be an absolute holocaust of discovery. Ruth, 66, the Kinkmeister. Oh, God. Where do you start? This has been edited and sanitized for your listening enjoyment, but I promise you'll probably be able to figure it out anyway. And oh, God. Oh, the humanity. From yesterday's show, the best of Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw. This is the 1015 KGB San Diego.
Who do I have for Christmas this year? Who did I choose?
I think you have me, Rack.
Boyer.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
I have two options for you, Boyer, that I am considering right now. First off is, how'd you like a nice meat hat?
What's that second option?
Good answer.
There is a webpage called Hats of Meat.
Yeah.
And this is a company which will fashion any style lid you like. There's even a Spike Lee type character with a great big pimp meat hat. And you choose your meat. They've got steak, ham, pork.
Yummy.
Hats of meat. One gal's wearing a bologna kind of beret, accompanied by a bratwurst necklace.
That's beautiful.
I wonder if you could get a yarmulke made out of ham. Would that be...
Well, that's strictly
that's
off
much,
limits.
Yeah.
Strictly off limits. The other option I have for you, Boyer, is something called Poop Pals. That's right. It's a little, 5-inch, maybe 6-inch long little stuffed animal.
Yeah?
You open it up, you fill it full of black jelly beans, and you squeeze its tummy, and the little doll poops them out for
That's
you.
pretty cool.
Sweet.
That's pretty cool.
I love the graphic on the website.
That is one regular sheep.
That is one bouncing jelly bean.
You'll find that at pooppals.com.
Cute.
And then finally, if you'd like, Boyer,
Okay.
they have these. Friend of the show has written to us. I was walking through the mall last week, Dave, when I came upon a kiosk that was selling something called Poo Pets. These are molded animals made out of poo.
Ooh.
Now, why are you all excited about that?
I'm not.
Oh.
I'm making a squinchy face.
Oh, you made an excited noise.
Ooh.
You made an ooh noise.
Well, it's like, ooh.
Well, I'll bet you change your mind in about 2 seconds.
Animals made of poo?
Animals made out of poo.
I don't think so.
Because you sit them in the garden to fertilize your plants.
Oh, now that's pretty cute. That's
like
pretty
it.
cute.
I knew you'd like it.
I like that.
I knew it. I knew it.
Don't get any ideas, though. Chainsaw, you drew me. I'd rather not have that on my...
on myself.
No, that's okay.
Oh, Dave, are you hinting that's what you might want since I picked you?
No, I don't have a garden.
Oh.
Okay.
I have no need for any poo pets.
Well,
so
you have your own poo.
you and
pet
Victor come up with something else.
Ouch. Oh, God.
Huh? That's just like a knife in your stomach, isn't
Hurts,
it?
don't it?
Ouch.
Don't you remember how much you were bragging about it? Oh, you were too.
Call him up. Call him up. Come on, call him. Call him now.
You were going on and on about it.
I was so embarrassed.
You were not.
I was too.
Well,
That
then-
day he called up and told all about. Oh God! And then Bri called. Then the wife called. Oh Jesus God! That's a day
But why did you do it if that was embarrassing?
I didn't know they were talking about it on the radio. That's like a rule of being my friend.
You mean there's more stuff about you that we don't know?
Mm-hmm.
How could there possibly?
She's just voluntarily
You're right,
embellished the story
You
Yeah.
can't
and reminded us
imagine.
of the details that we have long forgotten.
And just named Bri. Bry. Now she's
I
giving us
forgot about
names.
that, yeah.
Well, that's the male half of the couple.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Bry and Victor.
Yeah.
It's fun, isn't it, Ruthie?
Well, you're so secret. No one ever knows what's going on, like when you show up with 50 hickeys on your neck. Gee, I wonder what Ruth did.
That was in the summer. That was fun.
Give me an hour and a calculator. I'll figure it out.
I'm not really embarrassed about that.
And that was with that big Navy officer.
No.
The Navy officer didn't give you the hickeys?
No.
Who gave you the hickeys?
Somebody else.
Well, a guy or girl. Just put it that
Guy.
way. See?
Hickeys, what are you, 12?
How many men have you had?
See, she's
good
not
Move
lesbian.
over, share a little, sister. Come on.
Poor Shelly over here,
Yeah.
drying up like a tumbleweed.
I don't know.
Needs her points lubed, and you, the lesbo, are hogging all the men.
I
That's just
know.
waste. That's
Wrong.
waste.
I only like perverts. You gotta be.
Think of the environment, please. You only like perverts?
Yeah.
Well, then
gotta
you
be-
should love Victor the Snake
I
Man.
God.
What?
He's not a pervert.
Well, then what is he?
He's ick.
Yeah. Well, then why did you do him?
It was a long time ago.
Well, what do you mean you only
okay, I
like the
got it.
perverts? What's your ideal pervert? Come on, we're going to meet a bunch of people today. We might as well put the word out to all you perverts.
Come on out.
Come on out. That's what we like. A Brahmin's going to be out there in a Christmas thong.
I forgot about that.
You okay?
Yeah.
That out the nose?
No.
Partial out the nose?
No, but close. Threshold.
Ruth, are you capable of having conventional man with woman, missionary,
Missionary.
God, no.
2.5 minute, and you're done back to Final Jeopardy sex like the rest of us?
That's disgusting, isn't it?
I don't think
Ruth?
anything. No, it's boring.
I mean,
What?
that's just-
It's boring.
Oh, it's a thrill a minute,
Well, she
literally.
was right about that.
I mean, even with girl on girl, it's still at least it's girls, so it's more. That makes it more interesting right off the bat.
I agree with that.
Vanilla
Yeah.
sex with a boy. Oh,
Oh, how disgusting having conventional sex.
it's not disgusting. It's boring. It's just too vanilla.
So, what's your
It's too
ideal
plain.
pervert date? Guy walks up with a leather hood on, hits you in the head with a brick, kicks you in the ass. What? Tell me.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, come on, tell me.
Bed of nails.
Please don't make me drag this out of you.
Because it's stuff that it's really not appropriate to talk about on the radio.
Well, I'll hit the button if you get inappropriate.
No,
Don't
I
worry
think
about
like
that.
I'm going to be mugged or something.
Mugged? Why would you get mugged for talking about what your ideal pervert dream date is?
Because a lot of people don't really understand.
Well, help me understand.
Like you're get hit in the head with a brick. You always say kicked in the head.
Okay, but that's because you've never explained it to me. Explain it to me so I understand. Learning.
God.
Sharing and caring.
Come on, don't
See-
make me drag this out.
If you explain it, then when somebody jumps you, they'll know exactly what to do. This way, they might just be freelance and trying all sorts of weird stuff that has no effect on you.
Because the way you make it sound, I'm surprised you don't walk outside naked with money stapled to your body to get mugged on purpose.
Money stapled to my body.
Well,
It's temptation.
come on. I mean, what is your ideal pervert? Tell me.
Well, somebody that doesn't want to just do vanilla.
Okay, so give me an idea.
Oh, stuff like
If you're writing your little personal.
I like to do things like sting.
Oh,
Oh, God.
all right. Enough said. Enough said. Hold me. Hold me.
You asked for it. I mean, you begged for it. You viced, gripped it.
I take full responsibility for this catastrophe.
He's hitting himself in the head. He had to know. He begged.
That's a big thing from the gay and lesbian community
He
from
insisted.
years ago.
Yeah.
All
All right.
right, what else?
Do I look great? Oh, God, what are you doing?
Now we're charged up. Give me another one. Come on.
Jingle into spots quickly.
No, I want to know. Come on, what else?
You don't.
No, is that like you could do that on a regular basis?
No, probably not.
I mean, but more than once it's happened?
Well, yeah.
So, like, many times?
Yeah, I've done it more than I had it done to me.
I have a question I want to ask, but I can't ask it.
Call her
What?
and ask
Good.
her off the air.
Huh?
Call her and ask her off the air.
Can I ask you off the air, Shell?
Well, how would I know?
Well, let me ask you, okay?
All right.
Ling Su?
No.
Okay, wait a minute.
Huh?
Yeah. Well,
I'm thinking the Pink Panther.
Oh, man. Oh, God.
That wasn't actually a question, was it?
See, I just want to hold hands, and
Oh, my
Tell
gosh,
me what
you're
else,
right.
Ruth.
No.
Come on.
No.
Yes.
No.
Why do I have to always drag these out of you?
Well, look how you react when I tell you.
I'm all better.
You're too shocked and horrified.
I'm all better.
I'm not giving you
Come
any
on.
more images.
Look at me. You can't hurt me. Da, 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 da. Come on.
Well, now you're just teasing.
I dare you.
I'm not giving you
I double
any
dog
more
dare you to shock me again. You can't do it. You can't.
I'm not giving you any more
Wuss.
images to be disgusted by.
Vanilla girl.
Ouch. That hurts.
how about granny knots and nylons?
Huh?
Granny knots.
Do you tie nylons and knots and do things with them?
Oh, yeah, I've had that done to me.
What? Getting tied
What the
up?
hell is that?
No, I think
Well,
he's
no,
talking
like-
about.
Well, like breast bondage with pantyhose is pretty
Huh?
good.
What is?
Anyhow,
What? Say it again, Ruth.
Breast bondage with pantyhose.
I don't know what that is.
Well, you take like two pairs of pantyhose and you kind of tie them together and wrap them around both your breastises, and you just like kind of tie them on. And it makes
man, I am getting hot right
What?
now just thinking about it.
That sounds like what they do when they want a girl
gonna
to
do
play a
stick
boy
figure.
in the theater. Is it flattening? Does it flatten you out?
No, and just the opposite.
Do you turn them into like puppets or
It-
something like
it
that? Doot, doot, doot.
It lifts and separates and makes them stick straight out like when I was 14.
Okay. All right.
So they
What
make,
else?
So they make really good targets.
For what?
What do you think?
I don't know.
For being struck
But
with various implements.
oh, so for like spanking and paddling and things like that?
Yes.
Oh!
What?
Weren't you just complaining about a mammogram just the other day there, Ruthie?
No, I was
She kind
saying
of dug
She
it.
kind of
like-
dug it because guys were
It wasn't dirty enough for
because
her.
it is kind of like breast bondage. That's why I like it.
Okay. All right. That's two. All I need is one more. Give me the best one. Your absolute favorite thing, if you didn't already. Is that first thing your favorite thing?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
Although I really like doing it.
Yeah, of course.
I like doing it more than getting it.
Oh, okay. All right.
What's my
Did your
favorite?
knuckles ever get chapped?
No, you wear a glove.
Oh, sure. Okay. All right.
A glove and lots of lube.
Like an.
Like a boxing glove?
Oh, like a rubber glove.
Angelo Dundee, the trainer.
Let's get ready to
You have like a cut man in the corner or what?
Oh, what?
Cut. C-U-T.
right.
What is that?
Never mind. Go ahead. One more. Your favorite all-time thing.
Well, I don't know. It changes. Just,
All right.
like
Well,
the-
what's
today?
What's your
like
current?
the kink du jour kind
Yeah,
of thing.
sure. What's hot right now? What's in style? What's happening?
Oh, God, I can't tell you.
Sure you can.
I can't.
I'll hit the button if it's no
can't.
good. You want me to take you off the air?
Yeah.
All right, I'll take you off the air. You're off the air, I promise. Go ahead.
Well, share. Come on, intercom, something.
Tell us too.
Oh, please don't. Please.
David, he's a father. He's got children at home. What the hell did you do to him?
Dave is exposing some sadomasochistic tendencies right here. He's begging for
He's
things
just
that
curious.
kill him.
Call the priest!
They are causing pain. This is akin
me
to
a priest!
getting slapped around with rubber gloves and KY
You're
gel.
a priest.
I can't see. Everything's getting dark.
It's no time for the sports.
Where am
I
I?
have
Bring my
nothing in
children to me.
How are those Chargers doing anyway? They going to win this
Chargers.
weekend?
How often can you say 1 and 11? Tell us more.
Can I tell them what you told me?
No.
Come
Why?
on.
Okay, what is it? Is it a one-word thing?
No, two.
You want to do charades?
Yes.
Okay, 2 words.
2 words.
Okay. First
First
word.
word.
It's a color.
First word, golden.
All right, hang on.
Nugget, the Golden Nugget in Las Vegas. It's your favorite hotel. I love it too.
Boy, it's so hard to get things out of her.
She won't let me tell. And then right away, oh, it's a color. Ruth, you're as cute as pie. You know that?
Oh, God, I'm not showing my face today. I'll tell you
You're
that.
the funniest thing.
I am not showing my face there today.
You're a riot. You know that? You are such entertainment.
Thank
we don't
you.
really give a rat's ass about the traffic. You're just here to entertain.
The best of DSC.
This used to be a cool station until they put these dorks on.
1015 KGB.
Ruth, I want you to tell me if any of these people, if they call in, if it's even too weird for you, okay?
Okay.
All right.
And nobody better call who knows me.
Well, they won't now.
Oh, I'll offer a bonus prize for anyone who's known or done Ruth.
No.
Oh, yeah, I will. Oh, yeah, I will.
Well, the rule is if they ever do that,
Yeah.
they're not my friend anymore.
Well, they get a prize out of it, though. I'm going to give them a taco or something. Come on. Seriously.
I'm the prize, babe.
Uh-huh. All right. Here's Lori on the KGB. Hey, Lori.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm okay. A little feel weird about talking about this.
Well, you know what? It's not going to be the worst one we've heard, okay? Go ahead.
So I was on my second date with this guy, and my feet were really sore, so he was rubbing my feet, and I guess that aroused him, and he wanted to take a bottle of lotion and squirt the entire contents onto a plate so that I could put my feet in it and squish the lotion up between my toes so he could watch that.
That sets you off, Ruth?
It's feet, Dave. It's toes, Dave.
Sorry, I forgot.
That's my area.
I kind of actually think that would feel good.
It would feel good, yeah, but that's more like a pedicure procedure, not a sexual thing.
Well, there's
But it is for some
I mean, you
people.
put
Yeah, I know.
Vaseline Intensive Care or Lubriderm in between your toes. Have you ever done that, folks? Or even...
Imagine putting it, though, like ankle deep in just a bucket of goo.
Wouldn't that be nice?
That'd feel
And then
good.
take it out
fantastic.
and put a sock on it and then sleep that way all night. Your feet would be so
No,
soft the
that'd
next
be
morning.
that'd
Oh, that'd be
icky.
great.
No, I don't like that.
Great.
No, I'd have to hose it off. Did you do it, Lori?
No.
Dirty girl, come on.
Then he asked me what size shoe I wear, and I told him, and he's like, oh, well, that's almost what I can wear. Can I borrow your shoes?
Alrighty.
And then he wanted to wear them, and I'm like, dude, just get out of my house, you freak.
Yeah.
And he wanted to borrow my under things, and I was like, man, leave.
Did you give him your underwear?
No.
I thought maybe you threw him like an old pair of panties just to get him out of the house, something like that.
No,
Threw him
I
in the
kicked
bushes.
I
Look over there. And then could lock the door.
No, I showed him to the door and asked him to leave. And this is what the funny thing is that this was a guy that my dad wanted me to date because he was such a clean-cut young boy.
Did you tell your dad about this?
Yes, he
Yeah.
was ashamed. I was dating a biker at the time
Yeah.
who was so nice and honorable. My dad hated him just because he wore a leather jacket and rode on a bike.
At least he wore
And
man's underwear.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. And then he introduces me to this clean-cut, all-A, sweet boy. Will be nice and honorable. And the second date, he's all getting off on rubbing my feet.
Okay, Lori, thanks.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
See you later.
That feet thing is weird. I don't get that.
I would think it would feel good to get.
Well, I
Lotion
mean,
on your toes,
I think
but-
that would be fine, but I just don't understand the foot fetish.
I don't even.
It's just an erotic zone for some
I guess,
people.
yeah. I guess you're right.
Tim.
Those little
Yeah.
orgasms.
Timmy, what's going on?
What's up, man?
Bring it.
All right, man. Well, I actually have two stories,
Yeah.
but they're both kind of weird. But the first one, my girlfriend's coming down from San Francisco, and when she got into the San Diego airport, she asked me, she told me she was wearing no underwear, and I was like, what? And she's all, yeah, I want you to have sex with me. This is like midnight. She wanted me to have sex with her in the airport.
Like at the baggage carousel
yeah,
or
at the
something?
baggage carousel.
Right out in the open?
Right out in the open. I'm like, what? And, there weren't many people around or anything. But I was like, no, I can't do that. That's too crazy. But, we went out to the parking lot, and, I made her happy, but...
That boy.
that was another story.
Did it like a man. Okay.
So that was kind of weird. But the other one, which is a lot better, I had a lady, I brought her over to my house, and we were just talking, and it was just talking. It was a blind date, just straight talking, nothing sexual whatsoever. And all of a sudden, out of the middle of nowhere, she just goes, hey, man, you want to make a deal? I'm like, okay, what? She goes, I'll let you have sex with me as long as you promise to do it hard. And I'm all, what did you just say? And she goes, well, I don't like it all nice and easy. I want it hard.
This is one of Ruth's friends,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah,
First one's
baby.
called up. What does that mean? You got to slap her around or what?
I had no clue. I just, on a blind date, I was not going to go there. And I just kind of was like, whoa. It just kind of took me back.
Yeah.
I just did not know what to think on that one.
Okay.
About 2 hours later, she was at her own house, though. So,
Okay, cool. Thanks, Tim.
cool, man.
See you later. Roxanne,
Hi.
I'm only going to let you tell half your story, okay?
Half of it?
Yeah, the first half. Not,
Okay.
not the second half, okay?
Well, then that's not really a story.
Yeah, it is. That's pretty bad.
I know. You're telling me?
I know. By the way, did you go through with this?
Well, I plead the fifth.
That's a yes.
I can say.
Go ahead, Roxanne.
You want me to go yet?
You can start the story, but I'm going to stop you at some point, okay?
Are you sure?
I promise you I am.
He knows the punchline.
Yeah, be gentle, okay?
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. I'm going through a divorce, so I meet this guy on the internet. He sounded okay, so I invited him over. We had some wine, we were talking. All of a sudden, we got onto these fantasies and what he wanted, what I wanted. Well, this is his fantasy. He wanted to give me an enema.
And that's where we stop, Roxanne. That's where we stop. Now, we all know what the intended purpose of an enema is.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Roxanne, I'm not upset with you because it wasn't your idea. I got to stop you there, okay?
Okay.
Thanks, Toots.
Okay, bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
Yeah, go pick up the kids.
Here's, all the cool guys are named Dave. What's going on?
Hey, Dave. My name is Dave, and guess what?
Bring it.
I have the craziest, wildest story. My dad actually set me up with this teacher one time, and we were going out for a couple of times, and she wanted me to basically...
Was she hot?
She was unbelievable. I just couldn't believe what she wanted me to do. And
Smoker,
she was so hot I had to do it. What's
Okay.
that?
She was smoking hot.
Oh, she was smoking hot. And
Okay.
I mean, what guy doesn't want to go to town with a teacher, you know?
Right.
Teachers are
There's something
unbelievable.
about a teacher.
Really?
Oh, man.
Yeah, you'll learn things.
Yeah. So what she
teach you
basically
things.
wanted me to do was she had a thing for like little boys in her school, but she would never go through with it because she knows she couldn't. So she would have me dress up in like the old school OP tight shorts. She'd basically have my hair up pointed like alfalfa and put like little freckles on my side of my face and stuff. And
She
had me
dressed you up like a kid?
I'm like dead serious. She like had me stand out in front of the school, and she'd come by and pick me up and totally treat me like a child.
Oh, my
And
God.
I'm like I'm 6'4", you know, and she thinks I'm like
6'4", dressed up like alfalfa.
Oh, you have no idea. It's the funniest
Freckles
ever.
in the hair.
You have no
my
idea.
God.
So she would like pick me up and totally treat me like a child. She would think I had like the small hands and everything, you know, and she'd take me back to her house and she would totally treat me like a child. And next thing you know, I mean, she was just, oh my God, amazing. There's some things I can't even say, but she'd have me like put my hand in places where.
Okay,
where
all right,
she was- I mean,
okay.
It was like
all right.
amazing.
All right. But she treated you like a child and had you dress up like... And how long did you go for that?
I did this for like 2 weeks. I mean, it was amazing. It was amazing. Then
Every
it kind of
day.
like freaked me out because I didn't know what else she was doing. So I said, no more of this. But it was.
Did she give you an A or just a piece of one?
Thank you, Dave.
No problem.
Appreciate it. See you later.
He's not over it yet.
Hey, Cheryl.
Hi.
I'm really sorry we're not going to be able to talk about
That's okay.
yours. I mean, it's just...
What is it?
No, you know, it's just...
Come on.
No, there's no way to describe this one.
Really?
There's no way. There's no easy way around. By the way, I have to ask you, did you go through with it?
We haven't yet.
Oh, so you're considering it.
Yes.
Well, give me a hint.
Oh,
Can I look on the screen?
you don't want to.
I do.
You don't want to.
It's morbid curiosity.
You don't want to. I'm telling you. Cheryl, you don't want to do this, do you?
Do what?
What your boyfriend is asking of you?
Kinda.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on, elephants are dangerous.
What are you talking about?
Weirdest thing I could think of was...
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Well, more power. Well, I mean, I gotta go, but
Wait,
Come on!
Do I get to see it?
that's gone.
Oh.
You don't want to know.
Well, I didn't want to know anything that we've been talking about today, but you told me anyway.
You don't-
And gleefully told me during the commercials, think about that. Thanks, Dave. Thanks a lot.
That's my purpose.
Some Lysol for my brain now.
All right, I'm asking you, what is the weirdest thing that has ever been asked or suggested in the bedroom? Here's Steve. What's going on, Steve?
Oh, just driving to work.
Bring it.
Well, I used to be in the military as in the Marines, and I was stationed in England. And I met this sweet little English girl, petite little thing, and we wound up in bed. And she wanted to be on top. And she was up there, we were doing our thing, and she was just looking really sweet. She looked down at me, and she slapped the hell out of me, out of nowhere.
Slap the hell out of you.
Ouch.
Right in the face?
Oh, right across the face, hard.
Oh, man.
And I asked her, I said, why'd you do that? And she just looked at me and said, oh, I'm sorry. And she slapped me again. And I grabbed her arms and I said, what the hell are you doing that for? And she said, "Oh, I'm sorry. And I look over, she slapped me again 2 or 3 times. I grabbed her arms and I said, "Look, I think I'm leaving. I think I'm out of here."
So
And
she's
she goes,
beating the crap out of you.
She's slapping me across the face,
Yeah.
hard, really, really hard.
Yeah.
And I grabbed her arms and I said, "Look, I'm out of here." I said, "You have to get off me." And she apologized. "Oh, I don't know what got into me. I'm really, really sorry, honey. Oh, I won't do it again. I'm sorry." I let go of her arms, and she slapped me again.
Well, stupid. Can't you figure it out now, Steve?
Oh, I'm not that smart. Well, I was in the Marines, so, I guess I can take it. So I let go of her again. And this time she really started beating the hell out of me. And as she's really yelling, "You know you love it. You know you want me to beat the hell out of you. You know you can't get enough." And the whole time, sexually, she's going wild. She's going nuts. So there's half of me, the guy part of me, the 20-year-old, probably 18, 19-year-old guy said, "Hey, this is pretty cool." Then there's the other part of me that's getting the hell stomped out of me saying, "Hey, this isn't so cool." And there's a big conflict going on thinking, you're getting the hell beat out of you. And the other part saying, you're getting the hell beat out of you. So, pretty conflicted. It sounded like
All right, John, Barbara, Lisa, Chad. Stay on the line with me. Stay on the line. I'm coming to you after this break. It's KGB, the weirdest thing that was ever asked of you in the bedroom. You're not going to beat Cheryl. I'm telling you.
And I know you're going to tell me you're in the commercial and expect me to be okay afterwards.
You want me to tell you right now?
All right.
Yeah.
I know.
Me too.
Ma.
What?
Yeah, you were right.
Of course I was right.
Now tell me.
I can't. I have no way of telling you. I have no secret connection to you. I'd tell you in a heartbeat, Ruth, but I haven't got a
call
private
Jason.
connection to you. Okay, call Jason.
You really don't need to know this woman's comings and goings. It's not important.
We'll get you on the radio next year. It's KGB. Let me continue here. I've got a bunch of people waiting to talk to me about the weirdest thing that was required of them in the bedroom. We're going to do a little conference call here between my buddies Lisa and Barbara. Hey, ladies.
Hello. Hi.
How you doing?
Fine. Oh, good.
Barbara?
Yeah?
Lisa?
Yes?
You guys don't know it, but you share the same experience.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Go ahead. Barbara, you go first.
Well, I was going out with this guy, and he kept going to the bathroom, like, for hours at night while I was asleep.
Say that again.
He would go in the bathroom for hours while I slept. I'd wake up and go, "Why haven't you come back to bed?" And he's like, "I haven't taken a crap for 3 days."
Oops. Jeez.
So one day when I was in the bathroom, I noticed up on the top shelf there was something sticking out there. And I pulled it down to find out that it was this dildo that had been wrapped with duct tape.
Duct tape?
Until it was, like, so thick. I mean, it's unimaginable. One of my nightgowns, a bra of mine.
All that stuff was up there?
And there was these water balloons that he had made out of rubber gloves that he had sitting inside of the bra. He pulled the fingers off the water balloon.
Right.
Did you stay with this guy?
Oh, no.
No.
When I approached him with it, he asked me to play the other role.
Yeah, he wanted to be a pillow biter, didn't he?
Oh, I guess so.
And did you?
No.
No.
I have kids, I had to tell him to hit the road.
Jack. All right, thanks, Barbara.
Bye-bye.
All right, see you later. She sounds so depressed remembering it.
Well,
Lisa?
Yes?
I had to put you on hold for a second. Your phone was breaking up. Did you hear Barbara's story? You had the same thing, didn't you?
Sort of, yeah.
Only there's one difference.
Yeah.
You did it! I think that's every girl's fantasy.
Yeah, it was.
I'll show you.
It's a power thing, okay?
Wow.
It's a power thing?
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
You're like,
And how did
like all your aggressions, you could just like,
Are you still with this guy?
No.
Heck
but
no.
I did marry him.
You did marry him?
Yeah.
Oh.
For how long?
What? You know what's really sad?
Yeah.
Is he left me.
Oh. That is pathetic.
You just weren't doing it for him anymore, huh?
Thank you, Lisa.
I refused to do it. That's why. After a while. So.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Lisa. Bye.
I just want to go home, cuddle with my fleece blanket, and watch an old black and white movie on AMC right now.
Hey, Ruth, was the thought of that Mother's Little Helper all wrapped up in duct tape kind of sounded good?
Not particularly.
Come on. It's as big as a telephone pole.
Creosote, baby.
All right, here's Eddie next here on the KGB. How you doing there, Eddie?
I'm okay.
Weirdest thing ever asked of you in bed?
I had a girlfriend ask me to rub sandpaper on her nipples.
Sure you did.
Whoa! Wee-yow.
And did you?
A little. The freakiest thing is when she asked me, I said, jokingly, "Oh, okay." And she got up and went to her drawer and pulled out sandpaper.
I'll bet she had all sorts of different grits.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't really coarse, but I did a little bit and I just couldn't do it. I don't know. It looked too painful. She said it made him sensitive. That's it.
Wow.
Sensitive.
Whoa.
That's rough.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, it is.
Literally.
Thank you, Eddie.
Thanks.
See you, buddy. Here's Robbie.
Yep.
How you doing, pal?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Doing fine.
Love your show. Beat the hell out of Stern.
Thank you, sir.
Well,
Tell me the weirdest thing asked of you in the bedroom.
I was seeing this gothic female.
Uh-oh. That's trouble.
Yeah.
And we were in the setting position, facing each other, and she asked me if she could cut my neck so she could taste my blood while we were having sex.
Yeah.
What's
Who
wrong with
doesn't
that?
do that? Come on.
Come on.
And she really seemed to enjoy it.
Oh, you let her do
You
it?
let her?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no big deal.
No big one.
What'd she cut you with?
A little razor blade.
You. Good. That's good. Put a razor blade up to your neck.
Well, it was like actually on the shoulder more.
Well, that makes it better.
Thank you, Robbie.
All righty.
I appreciate the phone call, bud.
Yeah, you take care.
See you next time. Robert next year on the KGB. How you doing there, Robert?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
Bring it.
Love your show.
I love yours.
Hey, I know this might not be anything better or compared to the other one.
That's all right. I want to hear it.
But my girlfriend, she loves to wear pantyhose. So one day she decided that I should wear one while having sex with her.
She wanted you to wear pantyhose?
That is correct.
Oh. And how was that?
Oh, that I cannot believe the sensations that created when we're both rubbing together and having sex. It is amazing. I didn't want to go through it because it was kind of like, oh my God.
Like wearing chicks' underwear and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm like, okay, let's try this.
But it's pretty darn good, huh?
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
But I was so nervous because I really didn't know how to put it on. She's like, oh, come on, let me show you.
Pretty sure those pantyhose had to be modified in some way.
Of course.
Yeah, okay, all right. Enough said. Any other chick stuff that you wear, bras, things like that?
No, I don't think she's going to let me do that.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, maybe if you ask real nice. Hey, Robert, thanks a lot, buddy. I appreciate it. See you, man. Love your show. It's KGB. Here's one for Robert and all you panty wearers out there.
Lacy things the wife is missing. Didn't ask for her permission. I'm wearing her clothes, her silk pantyhose, walking around in women's underwear. In the store, there's a teddy with little straps like spaghetti. It holds me so tight, like handcuffs at night, walking around in women's underwear.
Who's your daddy?
Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw.
101 KGB.
I'll tell you what, there were quite a few people here in this town of 3 million whose Thanksgiving Day sucked. Just like every post-holiday letdown or a post-holiday depression, we try to ease it by allowing you to call at 570-1015 and tell us your bad holiday stories. Let's start it out with this one from the Best of Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw year-end collection. This was about a 1997 Best of DSC CD. This one pretty much topped them all, but we had quite a few that were absolute stinkers as well. Going back in the archives now for this on the Best of Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw, 1015 KGB.
Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw, we've been asking you to tell us the saddest story from Thanksgiving. We do this. It's an annual tradition now. Every Monday after Thanksgiving, we get together and we listen to your stories why your Thanksgiving sucked. And this, from earlier in the show, is Lori's story.
Well, kind of an interesting Thanksgiving.
Tell me about it.
My grandfather quite often knocks out and falls asleep.
Just falls right asleep.
So we're having our Thanksgiving day, and you know how you go in from one room to the other celebrating things. So we went out into the backyard and we were talking, and my grandpa was left inside, so my dad tells me to go get him. So I wheel him out. And then we came into the living room, and then my dad told me to wheel him out, so I wheeled him out. And then we wanted to watch family videos, so we went into the TV room, and my dad asked me to wheel my grandpa in there in case he wakes up.
Did you wake him up at any time?
No.
All right. Just wheeling sleepy grandpa around, huh?
Wheeling sleepy grandpa around.
Right.
So dinner's ready, and we're setting the table, and my mom asked me to wheel him to the table, so I wheel him to the table.
Asleep?
Asleep.
Come on, wake him up.
Well, you know, it's not nice to wake him up, but my mom was planning on waking him up before we started eating anything.
Sure. Give him a plate. Hey, Grandpa, welcome back.
Well, he can't eat solid food anymore because he's got some denture problems. So my mom made him some turkey soup, and he had this big old bowl of soup in front of him.
Right.
And we were about to start the toast. So my dad starts nudging him to wake him up. And he just falls over face flat in the soup.
Oh.
And we realized he was dead then.
Oh,
God.
Jesus. You killed him! Oh, God.
Were you rolling him over his oxygen hose?
Oh, man. Park the chair on the hose.
Oh, God, it's a
Pinched it off. Man.
He was 91 years old, you know, it was just time.
So what happened after everyone figures out he's dead?
Well, first my mom had to get rid of the little kids. So we told him Grandpa was just sleeping still.
Yeah.
And we got rid of the kids, and my dad called the ambulance, and they said, well, the ambulance doesn't really need to come right away because he's already dead. So we had to keep him in the house for a while waiting for the ambulance to come because there was some other emergency that was going on, and they were busy. So about an hour and a half later, they come with the paramedics, and he'd gotten stiff already, so they had to wheel him out in his wheelchair. They couldn't put him on the board. They tried to pull him out of his wheelchair, and he was just stuck in his wheelchair, shaped in the sitting position.
See, now that's good if they put him like on a stretcher, seated like that, with claws sticking up, you know.
They tried to put him on the stretcher. They tried to pull him out, but he was all stiff.
Stick it in there.
Gonna have to bury him in a coffin like a dishwasher box.
Oh God! So we finally ate.
You did finally get to have some turkey.
We started dinner at 4:30. He fell in the soup. We waited for the ambulance and everything.
Yeah.
We finally started eating at 7 o'clock.
Fell in the soup.
But the good news is there's an extra bowl of soup for anyone who'd like seconds.
Did anybody dip into Grandpa's bowl after that?
No, well, actually, the cat.
Oh, here you go.
We all went into the other room because we didn't want to sit there, and they told us not to move the body.
Yeah.
So my mom wanted to go into the kitchen and get everybody a glass of water because they were tense and everything.
Yeah.
Well, you had to pass through the dining room to get into the kitchen.
Where the body was.
My cat was licking the soup off his face.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
My mom started screaming, and my dad and I ran out, and the cat was jumping down.
Well, Laura, you clearly had the best Thanksgiving story.
I don't know if it was the best.
Oh, it
Maybe
was.
the worst.
It hit every emotion for us. We have for you the Seiko watch, which does it all.
Oh, my grandfather would be proud.
Oh, boy. When is the funeral?
Yeah.
Actually, it's today.
Ah.
Yeah, I'll be nudging my dad. You know, I won this watch today.
Was anybody taking pictures on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, there are so many pictures where he's dead in them.
In the chair, and
He's
no one knows.
in the chair, and we're laughing, and one of the times we were trying to wake him up, so we were telling a joke, and we were all laughing really loud, and my brother's pointing at him, saying, Grandpa, you got to listen to this one. This is a good one. So we got a picture of my brother laughing, pointing at Grandpa, laughing our asses off.
Come on, Grandpa, laugh it up. What are you, dead? The best bad Thanksgiving story of them all.
It hurts me every time I hear it, and yet I love it.
The Thanksgiving where Grandpa splashed it down. Just like Gus Grissom and the turkey soup. Want to go another run at it?
Come on!
yeah.
Not everybody has a joyous jet set San Simeon getaway weekend.
Oh, good. That's right.
Some people's Thanksgivings blow chunks. So let's hear from you, 888-570-1015. The worst Thanksgiving story of them all. We are going to set you up with a couple of $50 gift certificates to the Sports Authority, the Holiday Bowl prize pack, which includes tickets to the Culligan Holiday Bowl, tickets to SeaWorld and the Zoo, the ESPN gear, including their magazine, their hat, passes to the Port of San Diego Holiday Bowl Parade, and tickets to see the San Diego Gulls anytime in the 2000-2001 regular season.
Cool.
All that good stuff to make up for your crappy Thanksgiving. Please, we've already had Grandpa Fell in the Soup. 888-570-1015 is the number. Ruth, do you want to start?
Oh.
With what? No.
You didn't do anything?
I just had a non-existent one, so it's not really bad.
Did you watch
it's not
TV? Were you in a chat room? Were you what?
No, I just did, the usual crap. I took a walk. I watched TV, watched a bunch of movies.
When was the realization, though, that it was over?
Oh, I don't want to talk about that.
Oh.
Because I'll start crying. I don't want to talk about
all right, well, then don't talk about that.
I don't want to.
All right. Let's get you on the phone here. 888-570-1015. Hello.
Hello, David.
How you doing?
Love your show, man.
I love yours. You're
Hey,
first up here. What's your name?
I drive for Avalon Limousine, and I'm getting ready to move to Salt Lake City to work for the Olympics.
Okay.
So my girlfriend decides that she doesn't want to spend Thanksgiving with us because I'm moving to Salt Lake. So my parents come down from L.A. I drive them in the limo to Millfleur in Rancho Santa Fe. Cuckoo.
Nice.
And we had a great day, and then I have to go to work that night, Thanksgiving evening at 9:45 p.m. Go all the way to Universal Studios to drop my clients off. I don't get back till 10 o'clock the next morning. Cuckoo, I'm exhausted. The next day, I drive for the 101 KGB Bud Light 6-pack at the Charger game. We win. Cuckoo. I get back this morning at 6 o'clock.
Get some sleep. Get a name on that cat there for me, Jason. Jeez. Your miserable, stinking Thanksgiving. Here is Steve next up here on the KGB. How you doing there, Steve?
Pretty good. How about yourself, Dave?
Tip-top, brother. Let's hear it.
I picked up my grandma to go to Thanksgiving dinner and had a pedestrian run out in front of me and I hit her.
Oh. How's she doing?
She was fine. Got a little bump on her arm.
Old person, young person?
She was about 65.
Oh.
65. Ran out right in front of the car.
Ran out right in front of the car.
Is she going to sue you?
I don't think so.
Oh, good.
How fast were you going?
Well, when I hit the brakes, I was doing about 5 miles an hour when I hit her.
Oh, that's not bad.
Well, did you leave skid marks on the road? I mean...
Oh, yeah.
Were you going fast? Oh.
I was going about 35 when I finally saw her and then slammed on the brakes.
What was up that she didn't see you?
She didn't see me or hear me.
Very good.
Old people bounce.
Oh, God.
Thinning of the herd.
Cats love to fly. Old people love to
That's
bounce.
All right, you going to take notes on all these? Hey, I need phone numbers on all these, Jason. Jason, you got to get phone numbers on all these guys, okay?
Yeah, I will.
All right, I'll put Steve back on hold there for you. Steve, don't go away so we can get your phone number there. We're judging which one is the worst Thanksgiving of them all for all that good stuff. Here is Dennis. Let's hear it.
Hey, we had some major renovation done in our apartment complex. We had people move out last week on both sides of us, cooking dinner, and their bugs came over to eat.
Ew.
There was nothing like chasing around a bunch of roaches around the carpet and on the walls while you're trying to eat dinner.
Oh.
Roaches.
God.
And they make that crispity, snappity sound.
Oh, they have these ones called brown bombers that will actually jump on you.
Cool. Wow. You know, I hit a roach with a torch one time. I had a big 4,000 degree Fahrenheit MAP gas torch, hotter than propane.
Did it pop like a Jiffy Pop?
It just sat there and looked at me like, you stupid bastard. What do you think you're doing? And then and honest to God, at 4,000 degrees, it took about 2 minutes for it to go away.
My brother and his pals froze
For it to
him.
go away?
Yeah, I mean, before it burned up completely.
Oh, I thought you meant before it moved.
No.
My brother froze them in college, and you thaw them out, and they are alive.
No way.
Way. Way.
They should tell that to Walt Disney.
I know.
You know, you should freeze them in an ice hat.
Ew.
And when they start wiggling, you can feel them and go, oh, it's melted. It's time to freeze it again.
Or it could be a festive, like, little Christmas scene where you shake it up and it snows. You shake up all the roaches.
It's a little scalp massage at the same time.
There you go.
I like that. Can't wait for summer.
Anthony, let's hear how bad your Thanksgiving was.
What?
Let me hear it.
I'm an EMT and I work on an ambulance. And I was on duty on Thanksgiving, and the night before I was at my mom's place, and I told her, tomorrow night I'm going to have some old guy choke on turkey and die on me. So I was at Tri-City Hospital.
Now, were you wearing like a Swami hat when you made this prediction?
No, not at all. I was being a pessimistic little bastard. So I was at Tri-City, and I heard there was a cardiac arrest coming in, so I jumped in on it. Start doing compressions, and the doctor tells me to stop, just go again, do like 30 more, and the doctor calls it, and I'm hearing the medic do his turnover, tell him what's going on. The guy choked on turkey and went into cardiac arrest.
Oh. You whammied him.
So I killed him. I predicted the death.
You whammied him is what you did.
Whammied him.
All right, Anthony, hang on.
All right.
Let me take one more here before we break. We're looking for the worst Thanksgiving of them all for all the good stuff, all those prizes, including the Holiday Bowl prize pack. Here's Jennifer on the KGB. Hey, Jen.
Hi, Dave. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, just fine.
Tell me about your horrible Thanksgiving.
Well, first of all, of course, you were there because I sat next to you. But...
That's what made it so terrible.
Dude. Okay, you walk in. First of all, there's that Dorothy that looks like an old haggard woman, supposed to be 16, carrying around a dog that, after like 20 minutes, the tail stopped wagging. I mean, what was that?
Did it have a wagging tail?
Yeah, you didn't notice that?
No, I didn't see
that.
that.
Yeah, the tail was supposed to be wagging, and all of a sudden, like, just stopped and was frozen.
The battery wore out on her teddy bear.
And then, I'm sorry, but you look so terrible, standing up there waiting for some turkey, and they took it away from you.
With my naked plate and my lonely bun. I was up there for like 10 minutes.
My husband was the one that noticed you, and he looked at you and said, Jenny, do not look around, but Dave is standing there, and they just took the turkey away from him.
No, you know what it was? They had finished carving that one turkey, and they just had a bunch of scraps, and I was letting people go ahead because I was going to be first on the brand new turkey, thinking they were bringing it out any second.
Oh, yeah.
Any minute now, they're bringing that thing out, and I'm standing there. 10 minutes later.
But where was the salad that they were supposed to have?
No salad.
I mean, they had all this other stuff at the front table, but there was no salad.
No. And how about that Tin Woman and that Scarecrow girl?
Oh, God.
Well, how about the price tag, number one?
60 big ones.
Oh, jeez. Okay, how about the pumpkin pie?
I didn't see it.
Oh, my God.
I didn't see it.
It was the limpest, it was the weirdest looking pumpkin pie I've ever seen.
Yeah, I was disappointed. You know, I've gone to their Easter brunches before, and they've been spectacular.
Well, see, that's what we had heard, that it was always so nice, so that's why we thought we'd do it.
The Easter brunches have been great, but they're always in the Crown Room, which I guess is under construction right now.
Oh, that's right.
And so they put us in the, well, it wasn't the Crown Room. I don't know, what was a ballroom
like
of some kind of.
Prince Edward room or
I don't know.
Something like that.
It was the worst room.
It wasn't good.
It was sad. It was really sad.
Yes, Jennifer, it's certainly, well, $60 well spent.
Oh, yes, it was. I'll never do it again.
All right, thank you, Jennifer.
Thanks, Dave. Let us go.
I love you. See you later. All right, 888-570-1015. The worst Thanksgiving ever. We'll get you on the radio next year. It's the KGB.
Of Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw on 115 KGB.
The quest, the search, the hunt is on. The hunt for the worst Thanksgiving ever. If it's you, if it's your story, you get the gift certificates from the Sports Authority and the Holiday Bowl prize pack, which includes tickets to the Culligan Holiday Bowl, the Holiday Bowl Parade, the ESPN gear, and tickets to SeaWorld, the Zoo, and the Gulls. All right, let's go with listener Bob next year on the KGB. How you doing there, Bob?
I'm doing okay, I guess.
Bad Thanksgiving, huh?
Well, this happened last year, but I think I'm still reaping the benefits from that.
Okay, tell me.
Oh, we were having a family get-together for Thanksgiving. A whole bunch of cousins and aunts and uncles and stuff I haven't seen in a long time. I'm sitting in the backyard, and we have one of the old picnic benches, and we're wrestling around. Haven't seen my cousins in a long time. My little cousin Sue come up behind me. She pushes me off the bench, and all I noticed was a lot of blood and a lot of pain in the growing area.
Ooh. In the growing area?
Yeah. I looked down. Obviously, I couldn't take my pants off there in front of all the relatives. I went into the bathroom.
How old's the cousin who did this to you?
She's 11, about 12 years old now.
You guys are just horsing around?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. When I went into the bathroom, I noticed that I had a tear in the sac. And so I went to the hospital, have it looked out. I thought I needed stitches. I was in a lot of pain. When I got there...
I should just staple gun it back together like that guy with a belt sander.
No, thank you. I was in enough pain as it was.
So you get to the doctor, they stitch you up.
Well, actually, when I got to the doctor, I had pierced old Lefty, and it caused so much damage that it had to have been removed.
Oh, no.
And so now I only have one.
From a fall off a bench?
Well, there was a nail sitting up that I didn't see, didn't feel. I was wearing the thin windsuit pants. We were playing basketball most of that afternoon. I just sat down, didn't see the nail. Well, that's the last time I go out to Grandma and Grandpa's for Thanksgiving, that's for sure.
Good. God almighty. How's the little cousin feel about costing you a nut?
Well, she doesn't know because it's something that we don't really want her to realize.
Come on.
Boyer objects.
outraged, yeah.
Boyer objects.
Oh, you got to tell her.
She'll find out when she gets older.
Did you did you get a falsie put in?
No, that's what Jason said to me too. They didn't even offer that to me. They just stitched me up. They took the one out. I was only in there for a day. I was kind of walking around, limping around for the next week or so, and then I was fine.
Just get yourself like a hard-boiled egg, pop out the yolk, put that in there.
Big cat's eye marble, something like that.
Yeah.
It actually worked better. Me and my wife were trying to have a baby for 2 years, and up until that point, we were unsuccessful. And then
the one worked, huh?
That one left must have gave it a jolt or something.
Yeah. So you're like a cyclops now.
Yeah, basically.
You're like a pendulum down there.
I swing a lot better than I used to.
Attaboy.
Wow.
All right, Bob. Very good.
All right.
We'll put you in the hunt.
All right. Love your show.
I love yours. See you later.
Bye.
Nasty.
Oh, that's pretty good for this contest. Didn't
we have a story one time about dogs that go in and get castrated?
Yes.
Nudicles.
What are they?
Nudicles.
Yeah.
That's right.
They put fakes in.
So they won't be embarrassed at the dog park.
Well, they got something to lick.
I had that picture from the newspaper posted on my door for just a look on that dog's face. Like, oh, my God.
All right. Here's Melissa next year with the worst Thanksgiving of them all. How you doing?
Oh, pretty good. Getting to work.
Let's hear it.
Well, normally every year my family gets together. There's about 20 of us. Last year we went to Julian, and this year we were going to go up to June Lake by Mammoth Mountain. And unfortunately, my husband had to get a pacemaker put in. So
all of a sudden, like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went in on a Tuesday. They said, we're putting this in. And so Thanksgiving Day, I brought him home from the hospital. And, he's all cooped up on drugs.
Yeah. It's not as big a deal as it used to be.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
He was in for less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
But I got a nice turkey dinner from Denny's.
Very good. Very good.
But I was definitely thankful that he got a pacemaker.
All right. Thanks, Melissa.
Thanks.
See you later. Here is Kelly next here. Hi, Kelly.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good, thanks. I've got so many stories from this past Thanksgiving, and I think I'll just get to the worst one. But
okay.
I went up to Oregon, and my sister and my brother-in-law were there, and my brother-in-law and I went out to the garage to smoke a cigarette, and he said, Kelly, there's something that we've been dying to tell you.
Who said this to you?
My brother-in-law. So it's my sister's husband.
Okay.
And so I said, what? And he said, well, me and your sister would really, really like to have sex with you.
Damn it!
And he reached into his coat, and he brought out this silver, nasty dildo, and he said, we understand you have trouble coming to orgasms because I've talked to my sister about this. And he said, we bought this especially for you, and we also bought a digital camera. And we're wondering...
To capture the memories.
Yes. And we're wondering if you would like to do this. And first of all, this is in my mom's house.
Damn it.
And my 4-year-old daughter is there. And so that's probably the worst, but there were so many other things to where I left on Thanksgiving Day with my 4.5-year-old daughter and stayed in a hotel for 2 days because I couldn't change my air reservation, so we just hung out in a hotel in Oregon. And at Thanksgiving, my sister and her brother-in-law had this farting competition.
Really?
I mean, you're supposed to, give thanks, and this is a really important meal. And then one more thing.
Yeah.
My 4.5-year-old daughter learned this really neat gobble gobble song from preschool.
Sure.
So she stood up against the wall. She's singing it, and my mom's husband, who's just an irate jerk, said, "Okay, Hannah, that's enough. Sit down. We're trying to eat now." And he said that to like this little 4.5-year-old that didn't have any courage.
Yeah.
And I was just crying so much that whole time. And
You probably didn't even enjoy having sex with your sister after that, did you?
I never did.
Oh, come on.
Come on, guys, waving the CD around.
You should see her husband. He is just so nasty. But this big silver thing must have been like about, I don't know, like 8 inches long, and it was all shiny. And he said, and this has never been used before, and we want you to be the first one to use it.
Was that a Coors Light in your hand?
You didn't chicken out, did you?
Of course I did.
Did you talk to your sister after this and say, hey, what's the deal? I mean...
No, she actually came up to me, and she said, well, did he ask you the big question yet?
Yeah.
And then he said, so I said no, and no, so I said yes, and then she said, well, Kelly, if you really don't want to do this, we're just wondering... and I know this is kind of hard, but can we just take a picture of your breast with our digital camera?
Cool.
And
oh, my God. Wow. How quickly were you out of the house after that?
Well, I called the airlines, and they wanted $187 per ticket to change. So then I asked my mom, I said, Mama, are you going to town? And she says, no. I said, fine, I'll call a taxi. We're going to a hotel. And she was just dying, and I was crying, and I mean, how do I ever tell my mom?
You didn't tell your mom about the proposition?
No, because I just think, oh my God, she's just probably gonna. But this whole thing was just so.
Is your sister hot?
My sister is a cow.
Damn it. So you have no interest in having sex with your sister? What's wrong with you?
Oh my gosh! And her husband, I think he's missing a couple teeth.
He's got summer teeth.
And his whole thing is just the burping and the farting thing. And
they were trying to entice you with that.
No. They were actually having a competition, and then he had said, "Oh, that's a good one, babe. Here, listen to this one." And we're sitting at the table.
Oh.
And it was just on my daughter's just going, "Oh, Mom, they tooted."
So did you let your sister take a picture of your boobs?
I actually did.
Well, now that's not consistent. What'd you let her do that for?
Because she was giving me some margaritas, and I thought it's pretty harmless. They can use that dildo and watch the pictures of my breast.
Oh, God. Pictures? How many?
Just one. Watch a picture of my breast. Yeah. So I'm pretty proud of my breast. So.
Once they had your shirt off, was there any coaxing? Come on, just take the pants
off. I did
off.
not have my shirt off. I just pulled it. I pulled my shirt up, pulled my bra down, got a nice picture of the nipple, and he said, "Oh man." So.
And you weren't slightly tempted to go ahead and finish it off, huh?
No.
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 All right, Kelly. That's
Yeah.
pretty darn good, Kelly. That's pretty good. We'll put you in the hunt, okay?
All right.
See why I'd prefer being alone than put up with that kind of crap.
And I thought there would be election fights. I didn't know there'd be anything like that going on.
Haven't heard that yet.
I
Haven't heard
haven't
about
either. I
haven't
know.
heard about any election fights yet.
Oh.
All right, Kevin, next up here on the worst Thanksgiving ever. Kevin, let's hear it.
How you doing?
Talk to me, Kinky.
Well, I don't think I can compete with these.
That's all right.
Well, I had my in-laws, actually my mother-in-law, and she's kind of Ruthie.
She's what? What?
She's a little bit lesbian.
A little bit?
Just a little bit.
A little bit rock and roll.
A little bit
pregnant.
She got a touch of the lesby.
And she really, really pissed me off, so I thought it would be cute for me to go out and pick up a ver and stuff it inside the turkey.
You put a dildo in the turkey?
Yup.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, well, the worst thing is I'm moving out of state, and they happen to live in Utah also, and they're going to be my neighbors, so...
Are you in Utah?
No, I'm in San Diego right now.
Oh, okay, it totally makes sense.
Well, he's going to be in
to
Utah.
Oh, yeah,
Where
it'll
they
be a good
live,
thing.
right?
Well, how did it go when you carved the turkey and there was the...
She was a little bit startled and a little upset, so I don't know. They stormed out of the house and...
Did you stuff the dildo with stuffing? That would have capped it off nicely. All right, thank you.
What is wrong with people?
Let's go with Amanda next year. Oh, because I'm a jet setter and I go to San Simeon. San Simeon with my lady friend
Via I-15.
as we jet away.
Just saying.
What's
Where do you
wrong?
go where your sister and brother-in-law say, let's have sex together, or could we just take a picture of your chest?
Well, we can't all be as functional as you, Shell.
Or, I know, I don't have any breadcrumbs, I'll stuff it with a dildo.
Well, you know,
What
you
is
judge.
that?
Yeah, it's because you're just so great.
Saying that, but oh my God.
Amanda, let's hear it.
Okay, mine's not as racy as that last one.
That's
but,
all right.
My boyfriend and I, we went to my dad's biological father's house for Thanksgiving this year, which we've never done before. I see these people about once a year, you know. It's a very formal event, and I know he's listening right now, and he doesn't think anything wrong has happened. But anyway, so we get there, and he doesn't talk to anyone, just goes straight for the ice chest, starts drinking beer. He's sitting in the corner, drinking beer, you know, not trying to carry on a conversation, not trying to make me look good at all. And we have...
Who does this?
My boyfriend.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, and so finally dinner comes around, and he eats so much he has to unbutton his shirt. And then we're all sitting in the living room talking afterwards, and my dad and my grandma are doing dishes in the kitchen, and he gets up and he leaves, and he's gone for like a half an hour, and I'm thinking, oh great, you know, he's gonna help out and endear himself to my family, and he comes back, and I said, well, were you helping with dishes? And no, he was in the bathroom for a half an hour. He's made that whole half of the house totally unusable now. I mean, we can't even walk by.
Oh, God.
Yeah, okay, so then we're all talking in the living room, and I hear snoring, and he's like all stretched out and falling asleep next to me.
Nice.
Well, what are you supposed to do after all that turkey?
So anyway, my grandma offers him the guest bedroom, and he goes in and sleeps the rest of the time, and then we leave, but...
Nice. A real proud moment for you.
It was great.
So he drank a bunch of beer, stunk up the house, fell asleep.
Yeah, pretty much.
What a guy.
Will you be dating him much longer?
How long you been hanging with this guy?
3 years.
I can see why.
Yeah, I don't think they thought they didn't do that stuff till after you got married.
Huh?
He's normally not this bad, so...
Well, what happened?
I don't know.
True colors.
I don't know.
Well, at least your brother and sister didn't proposition you go to bed.
That's true. And for that, I'm very thankful.
Yeah. All right, Amanda, thanks.
Uh-huh.
We'll put you on the list here. 888-570-1015 is our number. We'll take a time out and do the final section here. Who's got the worst Thanksgiving of them all?
Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw. 101 KGB.
Where's Josie Marin? She's not here right now.
I got David Blaine on ABC getting ready to go into his ice coffin.
She is for all of these stunts, including the one that he did. You remember in 1999?
You know, he gets to wear a hat, too.
This is looking less and less like his style.
It's
more
less
like
and
a
less
tricky.
impressive. The
Yeah.
more they do, it's less and less impressive because, you know, hat, your head is where you lose most of your body heat
Yeah.
in the cold. So,
No doubt he's going to shiver his ass off, but I mean, that's
it's weird looking at him knowing that he's walking around with that catheter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is a hottie, though.
What do you do about,
I don't know.
Yeah, I
other
know.
side?
Well, he's hoping, 58 hours?
Yeah.
He can hold everything in.
Yeah. Well, if
Really?
he's a smart boy, he's gotten everything out and nothing
Right.
else is going in for a while. So,
Did that yogurt hose treatment
but
first.
just in case, he's got pants on,
Right.
and they're brown.
Good thinking.
And they Velcro at the ankle, right?
Lieutenant, bring me my brown pants.
They're like those little footy pajamas we had as a kid. That wasn't to be convenient so you could get up and walk when you're out of bed. That was for safety for the parents.
You got it.
Spill containment.
When you woke up with your lumpy ankles, everyone would know what had happened. Huh?
Lumpy ankles. Is that the name of your new band at the Bacchanal?
We play in footy pajamas. Lumpy ankle.
Hillary Clinton will open.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, here we go. We're continuing with the hunt for the worst Thanksgiving ever. Here's Jennifer. Hey, Jen.
Good morning, Dave, Shelley, Chainsaw.
What's going on there, girl?
Not a whole lot. Just calling to share my crappiest Thanksgiving yet.
Well, welcome to the KGB. Let's hear it.
Thank you. My husband and I went to visit my folks over the weekend who live in beautiful Ramona. And I found out about a half an hour after we got there that my brother was actually also going to be coming up. And my brother is not the most honest, hardworking fellow a person could ever meet. And we had a rather pleasant dinner. It was just the five of us, and it was very nice. And kind of sitting around scratching our bellies after we were all done, and my mom and I were doing dishes. And my husband came up to me and said, I need to talk to you for just a second. And he pulled me aside and explained that he was 95% confident that his brand new Oakleys were in the pocket downstairs in the bathroom when he had come in, and they weren't there now. And so my mother and I started chatting about how we would handle it, and my mother had to approach my brother and ask if he had seen my husband's sunglasses. And, oh, yes. As a matter of fact, they were right on my head, and the dog took them off. And, oh, they're right there on the floor, tucked behind the boards, hidden behind the boards where the dog couldn't get to them. So we had a big family fallout over that. Not that the parents were on his side, certainly, but, you know, a little defense of the young son.
How old is this guy?
35.
The son is 35?
Yes.
Oh, come
And he
on.
can't lie any better than that by now?
That's really bad. They were on my head. The dog took them off?
The dog took him off his head,
Uh-huh.
no less. And
Isn't that the same dog that brought that cell phone into the shower that guy slipped and fell on? That's the one trick dog.
Yes. And tucked them behind a little dresser so that, you know, nobody would take them from the dog.
Well, you know, that's the way those dogs are.
Yeah.
Yes. So it was lovely. It was a very nice family confrontation.
So falling out with the brother, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. That's too bad.
Yes, not very good.
All right, Jennifer, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll put you up on the list there for consideration. Next up is Eric here on the KGB. How you doing there, Eric?
I'm doing all right. First things first, I love your show.
I love yours.
Okay. The day before Thanksgiving, I was called into the conference room with everybody else and was told that they couldn't afford to pay us, so they were going to have to let us go.
Ouch.
Yeah. And so I start sending out resumes and whatnot. And now I find out that my home phone, there was a cable cut somewhere out there, and my home phone is dead. So the people that I sent resumes to can't even get a hold of me.
Yeah.
And now I'm just looking for a job.
What do you do?
I'm a network engineer.
What's your phone number?
It's
yeah, that's right. That doesn't work, does it?
You almost got me.
Yeah. Okay, Eric.
All right.
All right, buddy. Thanks a lot.
How are
Have
you
a good
calling
one.
us?
We'll put him into consideration. Well, I maybe went to a payphone or something. I don't know.
Or his cell phone.
Let's go with Bobby next here on KGB. Hey, Bobby, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Let's hear it.
Yeah, this story you kind of have to picture. It's we're sitting around the table at Thanksgiving, and a dysfunctional New York family to begin with, and my parents are always fighting and everything. And So we thought this day was going to be good, and we're sitting at the table, and my brother invited over his girlfriend for the first time to meet my parents. So everybody's sitting there. My mother's carving a turkey, and they start fighting again. Next thing you know, my mom's running around the table after my dad with the knife, and they're going around like musical chairs. It was kind of funny, actually, now. But so this girl, my brother's girlfriend, is totally going nuts, thinking, what the hell's going on with these people here? And my dog ends up jumping up and biting my mom because my dad, was the one that always fed him and everything.
Yeah.
And so anyway, this girl calls the cops. The cops end up showing up. My brother still has the knife in his hand, so they think my brother stabbed my mom or something like that. And they tell him to get against the wall and all that type of thing. It turned out to be a big mess. It was pretty wild. But
did everyone take their shirts off and have a video camera so you could be on Cops?
kind of wish we did at the time. And then they ended up taking the dog and putting him in the pound.
Oh, no.
And then my mother was all sad and all that kind of stuff.
Dog's like, what'd I do? I wouldn't chase anybody with a knife. Yeah.
What started the argument?
To be honest with you, I don't remember. They were like always fighting. This was like an everyday deal in my house. This was back about 10, 15 years.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, it was one of those Thanksgivings you'll never forget, actually.
All right, very good. Thank you, Bobby. Let's go with Melody next here on the KGB. Hey, Melody.
Hi.
Hi.
Love your show.
I love yours. What happened?
We had raw sewage floating in our house.
Sure you did.
Yeah, so the roommate's moving out. She had thousands of dollars worth of damage, no renter's insurance. Couldn't get a hold of the owner. They weren't going to clean it up until today. Had to pay the plumber and the guy that's cleaning up the mess $2,000 to clean it up. Oh, yeah, it's been fun.
Nasty. How did it get there? What happened?
Well, it's an old house, and we turned the water off when it started, but I guess our neighbors up above us are hooked into our line, our easement on our property.
So it wasn't even your raw sewer.
It wasn't even ours.
It wasn't even your own poo.
Chainsaw.
I recognize that one.
Oh, my God. So, yeah, now we have about 8 huge industrial fans and dehumidifiers throughout the house going 24 hours a day.
You gotta move.
It's very loud.
You gotta move.
We're moving.
I would.
But.
Yeah.
So it's been fun.
And what about?
How's your poor head from that smell?
Oh, yeah. The one roommate, she had such a bad headache. I mean, it was bad. Between the sewage and then the disinfectant that you have to put on it,
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to go back in that house, huh?
Well, no, we looked at a place yesterday.
Yeah. Move.
Definitely.
Just, get a new identity, everything.
Yeah, there's no plumbing, there's no heat.
Ugh.
Electricity went because he had to plug in all these different, fans. I mean, it was taking a lot of power.
And this was on Thanksgiving Day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been like this for days.
Was the food being prepared and everything?
Well, I was supposed to have 8 people over for dinner.
Yeah.
So I had to cancel.
Oh.
And then I was supposed to have 2 or 3 friends stay over for the weekend from L.A. Well, had to cancel.
No, you can come if you want, but,
Bring an air mattress.
Just let you know what's going on.
Exactly.
Did
So my
it-
table is still set. It looked great, but no, nothing was done.
Well, did it flood the home?
Yeah, the whole main downstairs.
How deep?
About 2 inches, and then what happened was I turned the water off, but thinking that would be okay, and then I had to come to work, and then I had to go meet the plumber back there. We opened the door. It was like a pool.
Jeez.
I was like, this is not good.
Jeez, so you open up the door and
Yeah.
Oh
my God.
Were you wearing hip waders?
No, unfortunately not.
Did you ruin anything?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Do you have to cut your feet off?
The roommate, she's got thousands of dollars worth of stuff she had to throw away.
Oh, well, is there poo insurance?
Well, there is insurance. The owner has insurance, but the roommate doesn't, so we have to figure out what we're going to do.
Jeez.
Yeah, she's not too happy right now.
That's a bad one.
Yeah.
Oh.
So anyways, I thought I'd just like to share that with you.
Well, thank you, Melody. We'll put you right up in the top there.
Thank you.
All right, you guys tell me if I'm off on this, but I've got it down to 3 people in terms of the worst Thanksgiving ever. Bob lost a nut.
That's pretty bad.
Kelly propositioned by her sister and brother-in-law with a great big gleaming dildo.
Horrible.
And the farting competition they had, that's got to be a wonderful precursor to lovemaking.
Because everyone knows when you're having trouble reaching orgasm, you want your sister to teach you how.
And her toothless husband.
And Melody with the raw sewage. Yeah. Not even cooked on Thanksgiving Day. If it had been cooked sewage...
Well, that'd be another thing.
So you got those three. Am I missing one to be up for serious consideration of the worst Thanksgiving Day prize?
I don't think so, David.
I mean, they're all pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, there was the terrible tragedy of Jennifer at the Thanksgiving buffet in Coronado.
Who had to sit next to me?
Who had to sit next to you, yeah. That's about it. The Kevin put the dildo in the turkey for his lesbo mother-in-law.
Weird.
Now, of these three, Bob, Kelly, and Melody, I'm tempted to eliminate Bob merely because it happened last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Not fresh. And that leaves us with Kelly, propositioned by her sister because she's having problems reaching orgasm.
Well, I think Kelly, she got away. She escaped.
To a hotel?
To a hotel. At least she was safe at the end of the day.
Which leaves you with Melody.
Yes. What is more horrific?
That's what happened when she opened the door. When she went back and opened the door.
Sorry.
And it's still there.
Yeah.
Yes. What exactly is that, like from Tennessee or Arkansas? That laugh that happens every once in a while.
I don't know where that comes from.
Sounds natural.
I think we got to crown Melody with the worst Thanksgiving ever.
Yes. The brown crown.
You know, I think, and Kelly and Bob get honorable mention. We'll set you guys up with some prize as well. Okay, Jason, Bob, and Kelly, get them some prize, but Melody's going to be the grand prize winner. I think Kelly herself, propositioned by her sister and brother-in-law with the gleaming, shiny dildo, would rather have had that than the poo flood.
Yeah, because she did, after all, flip her top up for the digital camera pic.
She kind of came around a little bit.
Yeah.
She kind of
the
leaned.
margaritas kind of softened the blow.
Yes.
Who's your daddy? Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw. 101 KGB.
Let's say hello, Cookie Randall.
Oh, hello again, everybody. In the sports world, the NFL statistics are out. Did you know that there are 7 NFL teams that have weaker offenses than the Chargers? 7.
Yeah, I believe it.
And 18 teams with weaker defenses than the Chargers. Statistically, the Chargers should be about, 18th, 19th best in the league. Instead, 31st, last. Why? Bad timing, key blunders, poor finishes. This is the best 1-11 team in NFL history. Yet still 2.5-point underdogs against the 4-8 San Francisco 49ers on Sunday at the Cube. Niners come in with a top 5 offense, a bottom-feeding defense. Ryan Leaf, eat him up. Meanwhile, in the National Bat,
incidentally, that's a nice suit you're wearing. Who made that suit for you?
Millions of South Vietnamese men, women, and children.
And the tie, where'd you get the tie?
Thailand.
Let's continue. Last week you told me you were always hot for a good game of Scrabble, is that right?
Night after night.
Then you like to watch television?
Night after night.
And you sleep in your pajamas with the one-piece feet?
Night after night.
And you're an expert on Anglo-Saxon history?
Yes.
All right. Queen Guinevere was Arthur's wife. With whom did she consort?
Night after night.
Basketball Association. 9 games last night. Total number of baskets scored without the player thumping his chest. Just the one. But he had bruised ribs, so he was holding back. In Pro Beach volleyball, the stunning Gabrielle Reese is serving up a little more of herself. The 6 foot 3 inch, 160-pound athlete model once complained about pro beach volleyball requiring the players to wear skimpy swimsuits because they objectified women. Now Gabby will appear nude in the January Playboy. Reese says the only things I had on were mascara and sunblock, which not coincidentally is the new Pro Beach dress code. All right, for the upcoming year. Gabrielle Reese has been in our studio in person, and while she's quite attractive, I found her quite threatening. Could probably kick all of our asses and sign autographs at the same time. And then flip her hair back coyly and fold into her Maserati and then wave backwards as she's driving off. Oh my. Other big news. Bill France Jr. has stepped down as president of NASCAR. I know that comes as a big shock and disappointment to many of you.
Well, he's not his dad. See, that's the thing.
That's
Bill
right.
France, the senior, is the one who made NASCAR what it was, and Junior's ruined it.
Well, actually, Mr. France Jr. Brought several innovations to stock car racing, including spill-proof spit cups mounted in gyroscopes in the roll cages and aerodynamic gun racks. Contenders for the next NASCAR presidency include Billy Bob Yarborough, Beauregard Bodine, and Herman Glickstein, who is a long shot. In other sports, David.
What do you think of Gabby going naked in Playboy?
Oh, I don't know. It's probably some money for her.
Hypocrite! Oh, I'm sorry.
What was that? What was that?
Did that come out loud?
Hypocrite? Loud
What?
enough for you?
What's the allegation here?
Well, don't you remember when she was here in studio with us? Like the very first phone call we took.
Yeah.
Some guy was on the phone saying, "Boy, you sure are pretty." And she made a face like, "Oh, I'm so
Right,
disgusted
so
by
tired
this.
of
This
that,
is so old."
Right.
And all the stuff that she used to bitch about how
They
they
make
gotta
us wear swimsuits and objectifies us, so we should
Oh,
be
you wanna wear
appreciated
a
as
tuxedo?
volleyball players. But I understand they're trying to get more nude Playboy. All right, way to go. What was that you yelled out, David?
I didn't hear anything.
Hypocrite! 7:31 and 18 seconds. This is your 101.5 KGB Sports Network. Oh my!
Actually, I think I like the callus. Let's not cover it up anymore.
Oh, it's functional.
Yeah, it is.
Reverend Daddy, have you been working out?
Thank you for noticing my lats. Let's begin with Sinner Roxanne here. Good morning, Roxanne.
Good morning, Reverend Dave.
How are you this morning?
I'm not doing very good.
Oh.
I still feel bad about what I did.
Tell me.
Oh.
Okay, this is a good start. Are you comfortable?
I'm comfortable, Reverend Dave. Ow.
Okay, let's hear it.
I went up to see some relatives and friends this weekend for the Thanksgiving holiday, and met up with some friends on Saturday, and we went up to the Sonoma Valley, and we went wine tasting. And I wasn't sure if I was pregnant or not, so I wasn't drinking very much within the last couple months prior. So I began drinking wine and tasting the wine, and I actually was enjoying myself and was having a really good time. And we went from winery to winery, and we came upon our fifth wine. I think it was the Golden Goose was the name of the winery, and we proceeded to taste wine, and it was very busy that day, so we were kind of like left in the back with empty glasses. And I went looking at some art that was posted on the walls. There were like 3x5 picturesque paintings of various wineries and stuff, in grapevines and things of that nature. And I really liked them. I really
Are they for sale?
Yeah,
They were for sale?
They were for sale.
Okay. So did you buy some?
Well, I didn't buy them, Reverend Dave. I really liked them. I thought they looked great in my house.
Mm-hmm.
And I just picked them up, pretending I was going to go pay for them. And some friends of ours and my boyfriend didn't want to wait anymore, so we decided to leave.
A little five-finger discount there, Roxanne?
Well, I didn't want to walk out with them, but I did, and I looked, I got home, and no one knew that I took them, and I'm looking behind these photos, and they're about $150.
Oh.
And, oh, my God.
How many did you take?
I took two of them.
Two? $300.
Ow.
Here is Phil next on Lash Wednesday. Phil, let's hear it.
Hey, Dave.
Reverend.
Is this the Reverend Dave?
Yes.
My bad. I've been living with a lot of sin for a lot of years.
All right,
and I need
the
to
other
do
way
that.
this time.
Well, anyway, it started back when I was about 12 years old, and I was living in a boys' school, and they were having me help the cook make sandwiches for lunch. And there was this one hated counselor that everybody disliked an extreme amount. Well, we lived out in Ramona. The house was out in Ramona, and one of the kids brought in a lizard for me, and we were having bologna and cheese sandwiches with pickles. And I decided, well, this was the day I was going to get even with this counselor.
Hang on one second here. Bologna and cheese with pickles.
Yeah, that's what she used to put on the sandwich.
How about a glass of warm tap?
You got to try it to understand it. Don't knock it till you tried it.
Is that all you were served for lunch? I mean, did you have a cafeteria choice or anything?
No, that was what lunch was.
You just got what they served.
Just to be honest, some of the kids did pull their pickles off.
Yeah.
Bologna and cheese with pickles.
Anyway.
Sit down with a warm Fanta.
Counselor comes up. A buddy of mine gives me a dead lizard.
A dead lizard?
That he had caught, and I put it into his sandwich.
Pretty easy to catch a dead lizard, isn't it? That takes a lot of...
Well, they caught it while it was alive. How he put it to death, I don't know. That's not my sin to confess.
Right.
That's his. Anyway, I passed it off to the counselor, and he took his first big bite and was enjoying his crunchy pickles and was about to take his second bite, and all the kids in the place were just holding back their laughter. Everybody knew about it. And he went to take a second bite and realized that there was something in there besides, bologna, cheese, and pickles.
What else was in there?
A lizard. A fairly fresh dead lizard. He went to take his second bite. Ow! Oh, man. Whew. That was good. Again, baby, again. Oh, my God.
Take a seat.
I'd rather enjoy that.
Here is Damon next here on Lash Wednesday. Hello, Damon.
Good morning, Reverend Dave. Love your show. Oh.
That's in case you do something wrong. Go ahead.
Well, this happened about 7-8 years ago. Me and, do I say names?
If it's necessary.
Oh, yeah, okay. Me and my best friend, a man, went to work at the same service station up in Escondido. And soon thereafter, they hired a new cashier. Lovely young thing. And they soon developed a relationship. They were going out for a little while, and he had some problems with his kids from a previous marriage, so he had to move up to Las Vegas to be closer to him. A few months after that, she went up there and I went up there to visit. And, they continued their romance. And then I decided to move up there because there were some good job offerings at the time. Needless to say, anyway, she called him up a couple months later and said, guess what, I'm pregnant. And he'd already had 2 kids from 2 other women and didn't really care to have another one. And their romance had fizzled. So he and her agreed to that she was going to get an abortion, and he paid for it. Sent her a cashier's check, and she was supposed to take care of it.
How much?
I think it was like $300. Anyway, but she also became a very close friend of mine, so I kind of have 2 best friends that were in a romance. Well, she confided in me that she didn't have the abortion. She gave the kid up for adoption. And I never told my male best friend.
So he got rooked out of $300, basically.
And, well, that's not the worst. The worst part is he has a kid out there he doesn't know anything about.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, hang on now.
Oh!
I don't know. Now it's turned into kind of like a bathroom noise. All right. Plenty of room for you here. 888-570-1015. The Cincinnati Center of the Mall gets all the prizes, including our weekend trip. Accommodations, lift passes, the whole schmear at Snow Summit this weekend. Dial 888-570-1015. We'll get you on Lash Wednesday next.
The DSC! Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw will be right back.
This is the KGB.
On the best of Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw. 1015 KGB.
Continuing now at Lash Wednesday here on the KGB. I am the Reverend Dave, a real radio priesty guy. Good morning, Joanna.
Good morning, Reverend Dave. Oh.
Okay. Let's hear it, Joanna.
Well, I was kind of not very nice to a guy that I dated about 5 years ago. I had just recently broken up. Well, it's been about 3 months ago. I broke up with one boyfriend. I was dating this new guy for about 3 months. And we went out for a really nice dinner and came home. And he wanted me to stay. I said, I really don't want you tonight. And went on home. And then when I got home, my ex-boyfriend was there at my house waiting for me. And so, we came inside and we were talking. And he kind of was wanting to get back together. And
any interest in that?
Ended up one thing to another kind of deal, and we ended up in bed. Pardon me? Oh!
There you go.
So we ended up in bed and going, oh! He wasn't doing that, not yet. Anyway, so we're in bed, and Reverend Dave, then my old boyfriend called me in the middle of this.
Your old boyfriend? Your current
I mean, my current one.
Your current
He's
boyfriend?
old now. It seems so hard to say because it's been 5 years.
Okay, so the guy you were dating calls while you're in the sack playing Bumping the Uglies with your ex-boyfriend.
Exactly.
Okay, and you took the phone call.
During the phone call, and this, of course, made Doug, the ex, very happy, thinking he was Mr. Stud Guy, and I'm trying to be nice and continue my conversation and pretend like nothing's going on. Ow! Ow!
Slut.
Well...
When Ruth calls you a slut, you're really a slut.
Why
Seriously.
the heck do you answer the phone when you're doing it?
When a hooker calls you a slut, you're really down there.
I'm not a hooker.
Used to...
Used to be. It's a
Not
sex
really.
worker. I'm going PC on
Sex
you.
Relationship assistant.
Maybe I do need help. I don't know. But
So you're talking to this guy while the other guy is going at it.
exactly.
Yeah.
And he's wondering why he's like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? I was like, nothing. I'm just tired. I wanna go to bed. I'm tired.
In the
That's why
worst
I came
way.
home.
After running this marathon.
All right, Joanna. You sit tight right there for a couple of minutes while I talk to some more sinners. Here is Pam next year on the KGB. Hey, Pam. Pam? All right, here is Jackson. Jackson next year on the KGB. Hello.
Hi. Hello, Reverend Dave.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Oh, well, I'm a little embarrassed.
Okay, tell me what it is.
Well, I was out a couple months ago. I'm a regular golfing guy. And I was out on a local golf course. I live in North County with some friends of mine. On this particular golf course, on the fourth hole, there are no houses next to the fairway. There's just a lot of indigenous plants, et cetera, and little trails where the golfing guys go when they need to take a crap.
Oh, jeez. Don't tell me.
So,
What?
I can't.
So I'm on the fourth tee with these guys, and I got to go really bad. There's no place else to go.
This is not something I can claim to have ever done in my life.
Well, I'm glad.
Yeah, right. But maybe not what else I did. Well, here's the problem is that I usually carry some kind of toiletry accessories in my bag on this particular afternoon.
Who doesn't?
Pardon?
Who doesn't? Everyone's got a roll of
You
toilet
gotta
paper
have
in
it.
their golf bag.
Baby wipes, baby.
Oh, okay, all right.
And I had run out.
Oh, dear, that's a pity.
And so I perused the situation and decided that the only thing I could do in a situation like this was to borrow the club cleaning rag from the pole on the tee.
What golf course was this? You're off the air. You're off the air, I promise. I just need to know for my own personal knowledge so that when I'm on the fourth hole... Huh? Okay. You're going back up on the air.
That rag was for the fourth hole, not the second one.
Yeah. And, well, so I took the rag off the pole, the ball cleaning pole, and went out and did my business, used the rag. And
okay, we don't need to know anymore.
There no, I mean, at the turn, I always see a little building. How important is the fifth hole if you have that other problem?
Sinning with their bodies.
And And
Gotta go, you gotta go.
But do you know where that towel has been?
But this guy's talking about like a little trail,
Right.
where all the golfers go,
Oh, that's where I want to be.
like bears do, out in the woods. I can honestly say, of all my years golfing, I've never had one of the guys say, "I'll be back in a minute. I'm going into the woods to drop the kids off at camp."
Right. Gross. And if you did, wouldn't you just drive away? Just leave their clubs and drive away.
Wouldn't hang with that person again.
Not at all.
Couldn't.
Oh.
Here is Senator Sean next here. Hello, Sean.
Hey, Reverend Dave.
Yes.
I'm a sinner. I'm happy about it, though.
What'd you do?
Well, it happened about 8 years ago. I was in the Marines, and my unit got sent to Norway. So me and all my buddies went out there. We partied. We had a good time, and there's 2 parties going back, and I was on the first party. The second one wasn't coming back for a couple more weeks. So my buddy told me, he said, hey, when you go back, Becca, his girlfriend, his fiancée, I should say, she wasn't going out because he was out of town. So he said, when you go back home, take her out to dinner.
Oh.
Take her dancing.
You know what? You know what? He had it coming to her. He had it coming to him.
Yeah.
I know what you did. We don't need to even go any further. What a stupid thing to say.
You call her mother and send her money to take her out, if that's
Something,
what you really
I
want.
don't know.
Don't ask your guy.
But you don't ask that particular guy right there. Can't you tell?
I could.
I knew.
The girlfriend knew.
Let's go with Barbara next year on Last Wednesday. Hello, Barbara.
Hello, how are you this morning? Is this the Reverend?
Yes.
Yes, this is Sinful Barbara.
Yes, hello.
Hello. I'm just calling to reveal a story about, this is a true story, about my next door neighbor who is the brother of my current fiance.
Sure, I understand that.
And his best friend came up to visit my fiance, who I will just call Rocky, and we'll call
Are you as
him
lost as I am?
Yeah.
Like 15 people in 1 second.
He came up to say hello to
I did him while the other guy was there.
To get really
Yeah.
drunk. And oops, I just blew the name. Anyway, we sent him to bed, and while he was in bed, we did the
Little slap and
bumpity bump.
tickle? Little slap
Yeah.
and tickle while your
Yeah, we
fiance
did.
was right next door.
We did, right? Well, he came out once, and we sent him back to bed.
Ended up marrying that guy?
I'm still marrying this guy. Yep.
Oh, you're not married yet?
No, we're engaged.
Does he know about this?
He does know about it. He asked me in the morning, did I do the... Well, he didn't use the boom boom. He used did ya
Yeah,
FM.
right.
You know?
And you just...
And I copped to it. I said, yes, I did.
And what did he say?
He said, GD. He
Yeah.
didn't...
But he's
he
over.
He went off a little bit, but we discussed it, and
discussed
he is he's still remains friends with Rocky there
Okay.
or Jackson. He still remains friends with Jackson, and
Boy, I wish I lived by them.
Yeah, and she enjoyed it, and he enjoyed it too.
Yes. And they're all still best friends.
Right, exactly.
Okay. Let's go with Dwayne next year. Senator Dwayne.
Hey, Reverend Dave, you douchebag. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Good to see you here at church.
Hey, this happened a long time ago with my ex-wife. I married a Filipino girl here in San Diego.
Sure
and
you did.
I took orders to the Philippines, and we got there, and we got a house, and, of course, she hired what was considered her cousin to be a maid. And after about 2 or 3 weeks, we got in a big fight because she said I wasn't being nice to her cousin and all this crap. So I started visiting cousin down in her room at night and ended up sleeping with her cousin for about a month while we were still living together.
That's been pretty nice to her.
Hey, I couldn't be any nicer.
Those Filipino girls are pretty hot-tempered.
And then I should have got a medal because I divorced my ex-wife and left her in the Philippines.
What'd you divorce your ex-wife for?
Just, she wasn't nice to her cousin after she found out.
Right.
Here is Susie next year on Last Wednesday. Hi, Susie. Susie, are you there? Put her on hold for a second, see if she can master the telephone. Good morning.
Morning.
Who's this?
This is Chris.
Hello, Chris.
Hi. Am I speaking with Dave?
Yes, it's...
Reverend.
Hi, Reverend Dave.
I did not spend 5 long, grueling dollars to become a radio reverend so that you can address me by Dave.
Yeah. I apologize sincerely.
Not accepted. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Anyway, a while ago, me and my wife were having a major argument, and when I turned out to be right in the argument.
Of course you did.
And when we finally had the little makeup little thing going on, I was having a little fun with my wife, and I accidentally on purpose missed and put it in the wrong hole.
Oh, right. Ling Sue. Accidentally.
Yeah.
Accidentally on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. That exhaust port is too close to the intake manifold. Ling Sue. See, it was fate. That's why that joke played this morning.
Right. Exactly.
All right, we're going to take a timeout. We'll come back with the rest of Lash Wednesday. Here with Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw. This is KGB San Diego.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You earned it. Let's continue here with Lash Wednesday. I am the Reverend Dave. 888-570-1015 is our telephone number. Plenty of room for you. Here is Mike. Hello, Mike.
How you doing?
I'm fine. Welcome to Lash
good.
Wednesday. Good to see you here in church.
Yeah, I go to church every Sunday.
All right, let's hear it.
Well, I used to be married to this gal who, I don't know if you've experienced this, but she used to love picking up pennies off the ground. You'd find a penny and pick it up and go, oh, I'm gonna make a wish. You ever met anybody like that?
See a penny, pick it up all the day. You'll have good luck.
Oh yeah. Oh, and then she'd
See
say,
a penny, let it lie. Pretty soon you're gonna die.
Oh, I never
is
heard
the
that.
happy little rhyme.
I never heard that.
So anyway, every time she'd see a penny, she'd pick it up and she'd go, okay, we got to make a wish together.
Okay.
And just used to bug the hell out of me. I mean, we'd be...
You got to sit there and do the stupid wish.
Right.
Did you ever wish you'd stop picking up pennies?
I did, and finally I got her back, and we were our marriage was kind of on the rocks. Anyways, where we used to live, there used to be a long sidewalk, and you could hear the person coming up the sidewalk, when they get home, sort of thing. So what I did was I glued down a series of pennies and a quarter at the end.
Ooh. Pot of gold at the end of the rainbow there, huh, Mike?
Yeah. So I waited one afternoon. I glued them down. I waited for her to drive up, and I could hear her driving up, and I watched her bend down, and try and pull them up, each one, peeking around the corner, watching them, and every time she couldn't get one up, she'd be going, shh. So I looked at her, and I just laughed at her and said, stupid woman.
Divorced now, Mike?
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
One of our friends, her father is well known for, if there's a penny 5 miles away on the ground, he'll go and pick it up. It's just the way he is. I've never met the guy, but she tells me this story. And he recently was in the hospital, had to be cut open and take stuff out.
Oh, yuck. Yeah.
And, operations these days, I guess, are so different from what they used to. They cut him open, took out the stuff that had to come out, and the next day they wanted him up and walking around.
Sure, they want you to.
They want him up walking around.
Yep.
And he didn't want to.
Right.
And my friend is there in his hospital room saying, Dad, come on, we got to get up and walk around. So he's, all right. So finally he had some motivation. He said, all right. And he's got like this walker, and she's helping him walk. He goes, come on. Yesterday I saw a dime, and I kicked it over in the corner. I want to go get it. So here he is with fresh stitches.
Oh, no.
Barely holding together, and he wants to go over and find the dime that he saw on the floor the day before his operation and kicked it into the corner so no one would see it.
Oh, my God.
And that's what he was doing. His recuperation walk involved going to retrieve the dime.
He must have thought about it a long time.
It had to be driving him.
Yes, I know.
All through his operation. Well, we don't know if you're going to make it. Yeah, but what about that
Time.
Listen, when we opened you up, it was a lot worse than we thought. The dime! The dime! Where's the dime?
Wow.
I mean, it's not like it was a gold brick.
Right.
It was a dime.
Right. The only time I ever had any kind of a surgery thing done, the surgeon, because I was a little girl, they taped a dime to my finger or to my hand the next day.
Yeah.
And that was the big prize. I was like, what? That sucks.
I got cut open and all I got is a dime.
I'd like $1. Thank you.
You're a gold digger from the beginning, weren't you?
Well, whatever.
Whatever. All right, Mike.
Yeah.
Let me hear from you.
All right, sir. We come home late one night. I got this roommate who's got this crazy girlfriend, and they're just making all kinds of noise, and you can't sleep at all. So my friend and I, we go downstairs, we grab the chainsaw, get it all fired up, make sure it's running good, and put on ski mask, go up there to the door, and rip through the door.
Cut through the door?
Cut through the door.
Cut through the door.
Cut through the
God.
And come in screaming and hollering with his chainsaw going. She jumps up out the screen door. She's 3 houses away, bare buck naked.
Got enjoying yourself there, huh, Mike?
And my friend is my ex-roommate is he's in there just screaming his head off. No, go ahead. Because she had this other boyfriend that was really jealous. And
that's a good one, Mike. Hang on, don't go away.
Man.
Steve.
Hey, Dave, how you doing?
It's Reverend Dave.
I corrected it.
You did not, you goober.
Oh, you can't help it. I can't help
I've never heard a reverend call any of his flock a goober.
You have now, Toots. I'm a straight-talking priesty guy.
I bet you are.
Let's hear it, Steve.
All right. Well, back at the end of July, 1st of August, I have a goddaughter that's 18 years old.
Damn it.
And she had a friend that was her best friend back when she was 14, 15 years old at Pismo Beach. And she was coming down here to visit her for 2 weeks.
2 18-year-old girls in your house.
Yep. Well, the day before she got down here to visit her, my goddaughter had to go into the hospital because she was pregnant. She was having her baby.
Good girl.
So I got stuck.
Raised her right.
I had to entertain her friend while she was gone.
I'll bet you did.
So I live up here in Pine Valley, and at the end of July they have a Pine Valley Days dance and stuff.
Sure.
We went out there, and I had a few drinks, and she was wanting to dance, so I got up and danced with her, and we ended up having quite a bit of fun and stuff. And, well,
how old are you, Steve?
33. We ended up staying together for the next 2 weeks until she went back home.
Congratulations. All right. Is that it? Have I hit them all, Jason?
I think that's them all.
Shall we review?
Yes, please.
Oh.
Hello.
Yes. Sinner Jackson.
Reverend Dave, you cut me off before I finished. I didn't get to the sin.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
You told me all about the golf towel.
Yes, but the sin is that I put it back.
I know you put it back. What do you think? What do you think I am? Ignorant? Damon.
Yes.
Damon's the one whose friend got pregnant and stole the operation money. Dwayne, ex-wife, giving him a bad time about not being nice to her cousin, so he ended up sleeping with her a few times.
Nice.
Phil's the one who fed that lizard to a counselor.
But Reverend,
Caught himself a dead lizard, which is not easy to do. Barbara doing somebody. I'm not sure what that one was all about. Mike busting through the door with a chainsaw. That was pretty good. Steve sleeping with a goddaughter's 18-year-old friend. Mike glued those pennies to the ground. Watched his wife try and pick them up.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was good. That was very good. Joanna. Still with me, Joanna? She's the one who had sex with her old boyfriend while her current boyfriend was on the phone.
The real sin was that she picked up the phone during the act.
Never done that before?
No.
Not never?
No.
What kind of girl are you?
One that doesn't answer the phone.
Maybe it could be an obscene phone call and you could work it in.
And then there was Chris.
Chris?
Chris is the one who, you with me, Chris?
I'm with you.
Yeah. Chris is the one had a big fight with his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, he was later proved vindicated.
Wow, in his mind.
He was right all along, and so they're having makeup sex and still upset that he had to go through all that nonsense. He accidentally, wink, wink, on purpose, hit the exhaust port.
Oh, God.
What was the response, Chris?
A big scream.
A scream?
What'd you expect?
Hey, I was kind of still mad, and I had to, punish her a little bit. She punished me by making me argue with her.
Yes, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been apologizing for it ever since.
Yeah, and you will for the rest of your life.
Oh, you're speaking from experience?
No.
Reverend Mother?
I'm being empathetic.
Yeah.
Putting myself in her place. You'll apologize for a long time.
Are you ever going to tell us if you've ever taken that path?
I thought I had.
No, you were very vague about it. Yeah, we know you have.
That's not true.
We know you have.
That is not true.
Who here believes she has? I do.
I do. Oh,
That's
that's
what we think of
horrible.
you.
I'd rather you think all sorts of other things about me.
That's what we think
Come
of you.
on.
Mhm.
Go back to the cross-jacking. Come on, let's bring that up again. That's better.
Look, if you like it that way, that's fine.
No, it's not true.
That's the way you need it. That's
That is
okay.
not true. There's no need involved.
If that's the way you desperately
Nobody screamed
desire.
more loudly than me when he talked about his accidental mission.
Because you sympathize.
No.
You empathize. Use the word empathize.
Well, I can empathize without knowing what it is.
It took you 5 or 6 good tries before it got comfortable.
No, that is not. No.
What?
A lot of 30 weight next time, Chris. Did it hurt?
Yeah, or something.
In fact, if you can get that substitute butter from the movie theater, that's probably
No, we're not into that no more. I'm still apologizing. Have to bring her flowers on that day, on that dreaded day.
There's an anniversary for it, like VE Day, or like the day they dropped the bomb on Nagasaki.
Yeah, it's like an anniversary for her. She
Walk
gets
around
to
wearing black armbands to go to church.
She's a good woman.
But eventually, hopefully, she'll forgive me.
Yeah, good luck.
But really, who cares? You had your revenge, and that's all there is to it.
Squeal louder.
Look at the dreamy look you get on your face when you hear this.
I'm close to tears. Stop it.
Get down there, boy. Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw. We'll be right back. KGB.
It's the best of DSC. You've got it on the 101.5 KGB.
What do? You call up just to torment me in the middle of my hard job? Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? Is that fun?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
I'd live for that.
It's KGB. It's 812. Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw Radio Show. So this is one of the worst days of Beth's life because I'm going to go out and enjoy myself and play golf today, and that just...
Well, you invited me
I invited you,
first,
and then
I got tossed aside.
then you said you can't go, and so I mean, we do
Wrong.
this. Can I say something? We do this every time. Every time you want to go on Dave's Free Thursday golf, I line you up like 5 days out, and then Thursday morning, right about 9:30. I don't know if I can go. I don't know if I should go. I don't know.
You know what? I have other commitments.
I understand that.
Okay.
But you know that ahead of time.
Right, but sometimes, like, if something comes up with Carly's school and I have to be there, or...
It doesn't come up that moment.
Sure it does. Or if I don't have somebody to bring her home from school, then I can't play. I just don't have the luxury of walking out of the house whenever I want and doing whatever I want.
Neither do I. Neither do I.
Yes, you do.
No, the minute I open a door, where are you going?
Well, that doesn't mean you don't go.
It's no luxury. It's a cross. It's a cross to bear.
I see.
It is a cross to bear.
Golf is 18 holes is a long time commitment to make, and that's the
Oh,
that's
Shelley,
what
I love you
face.
more and more every day.
It is. It's what I would play more too, but it's like, geez, I don't have 5 hours.
Come on, Shay, you got to work at 10:03. What else do you do?
Lots of stuff that doesn't involve golf.
Well, what do you do?
Spackling the den?
Sometimes.
Hopping on the treadmill.
Sometimes.
You ever turn
it's
it
a
on?
doctor's appointment.
You ever turn the treadmill on?
Whatever.
A doctor's appointment.
Whatever.
You get a better workout when you don't turn it on.
I know.
You have to make the thing move.
Everybody has a doctor's appointment once in a while. But, I mean, come on.
You're single? Do you have kids to pick up from school?
You've got no kids to deal with. You've got no shemps to deal with.
It doesn't mean I don't have things to do.
What are you going to do today?
What'd you do yesterday?
Today I have a doctor's appointment at 11. I need to run by Nordstrom's and pick up some makeup that I'm running low on. I need to go home and finish the laundry. I've got
Picking
to
up the
walk
little condescending
dogs.
tone I'm getting here, by the way. I need to do this. I need to do that. You don't do anything because you're a bum.
Right.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
These are
That's
all
what I
life.
heard. The little condescending chick-tood that's being
Then
shot
I've got to
my
go to the
way.
grocery store, and before I do that, I have to organize the coupons so I figure out what I'm going to buy.
What'd you do
Oh,
yesterday?
yeah. Organizing the coupons.
You got wives to do all that stuff for
That's
you.
right. Exactly right. I've got to
Yeah, but you
open the
don't
mail,
have
I've gotta-
kids.
So?
Well, I mean, come on.
She has 2 dogs.
I have 2 dogs and 2 cats.
Well, the 2 dogs are doing fine with mommy not home right now.
In a haunted house to run.
They're doing fine. No, the kids totally change your world in terms of what kind of responsibilities. You are living the perfect life.
Well, it was your choice to have children.
No,
I
no,
didn't
no,
make
no.
you kids.
No, yeah. I'm saying that you said it's too much of a commitment.
It
You've
is.
got
It's a
nothing
long
to
time
do.
commitment. I've got a lot of things to do.
You got nothing.
I have a
You
ton
got
of stuff
nothing.
to do.
You got nothing.
You got
You
nothing.
punk, you'd have done it by now, but you ain't got a thing.
Yeah, by the way, Boyer, how come you don't golf?
Right.
What do you do?
Well,
because I have car hobbies.
Huh?
Well, no,
car hobbies.
he doesn't golf. He does car hobbies, which he spends all day working on, which is fine.
You know, I mean, we probably put in about the same time.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And I
and
commit
that's,
to it.
And that's what my house is, my hobby. And I would love to play golf a little bit more, but 9 holes is perfect for me.
No, I hate that. See,
9
that's what I
holes
hear
is
from
perfect
Beth.
for me.
Every
Yeah.
time I'll be playing a great game.
Let's play 9 holes.
Let's just quit after 9 and then go have a glass of wine.
Right, that'd be great. Then you can justify that part of your day being wasted.
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 It's a
'Cause
workout.
You're not a
An
workout.
athletic workout.
Please, for the golf cart. Come
It's an
on.
athletic challenge.
Oh, right.
That's right.
So you
You
get
always
to the
said-
chick who has to sprint out to each hole and get you a drink. I mean, come on.
Dave, you always
It's
said
not
you
a
don't
workout.
golf for exercise.
It's an athletic challenge.
No.
Police to the groundskeeper, not to you.
Relative to what Dave does the rest of the day, this is like aerobics.
It is. It's true.
Give it to him.
That's right.
And have you ever seen where his balls end up? It's quite a hike up there.
Oh.
Ouch, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'd sure like you to go along with us today.
And they're supposed to go straight. They're not supposed to go to the right or the left.
Okay, well, we'll play for money next time now.
I mean, come on, Shell. What do you have to do? Walk the dogs? Okay, you come home, you got 15 minutes, zing them around the neighborhood. That's done. Boom.
Is that all you walk your dog, 15 minutes? No wonder it's trying to dig out of the backyard.
Then you can walk it when you get home.
Don't talk to Shelley about animals, cooking, or politics. I already told you this. Just don't.
What about
Already damn near captured a cat and killed it.
Because whatever your opinion is, you're wrong.
Yeah, you're
All right? So
That is
let's
right.
just drop that line of questioning.
So
right
what
there.
about
understanding
laundry? Let's
now.
talk about laundry. What do you have to do? You throw it in a big white box, put some
Let's
water
not talk about laundry either.
Well, you can't say, gosh, I'd love to play golf more, but it's but I have to do my other hobbies.
You should have heard
Yes,
when
I
I said,
can, and I did.
when I brought up last night, I said, I'm going to play golf tomorrow. They started sawing cats right away. Right out of the box.
Well, I was more upset because you wanted me to go with you, and then all of a sudden I was out of the picture, and Billboard Boy was in.
I need to know.
Billboard boy.
I need to know why you have completely forgotten that in the middle of dinner last night at the Claim Jumper, you said you can't go with the Bromwoods.
You know what? I didn't say that.
I
said,
swear-
if it doesn't look good, I will let you know.
Honey, I swear to God. See, you don't remember any of the good things that happened to me. I swear to you, you said, I can't go, just go with the Bromwoods.
I did not.
I swear. Okay. When I say I swear, that makes it so. You can't argue with it.
Oh.
And then you imitated my singing, which was so rude.
What do you mean? Oh, well, you were a little bit off key. What was the song that was playing
I
last
don't
night?
remember.
Oh, right on
No,
key.
he sang in that voice.
Right on key for a split
What's
second.
the voice that you sang?
I don't know. It was like Whitney Houston. It was just.
It was so rude.
It was so close to being on cue.
He said it was for a second. It wasn't a good night. And then he turned, it was us and the girls, and he turned the music on full blast in the car so none of us could talk.
Oh.
Sorry. It's my car. I'm driving.
Wow.
My buttons.
Ooh.
Well, they don't say anything. It's just, I mean, I literally, those kids will just be going blah, 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 not saying another word. Just blah, 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 blah. Just making noise.
Really?
I mean, yesterday, yes, that's what children do.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that sounds like a good idea that you had them.
That's what children, well, I didn't know that part about it.
Is that my fault?
I thought, well, no, but you were questioning it like it actually happened.
But
Yesterday
we got
was
one through that stage.
Yesterday was a real challenge day.
Yeah.
Oh, it was bad.
Just the planets were wrong, and there were tensions.
Everything was bad. Allie was just being a total
Yeah.
pain yesterday.
Well, I go through that with my dogs. Chloe is just agitated sometimes. Leaf in the front yard. Woo, 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 woo. I mean, nonstop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I can't stick Allie on a rope out in the backyard. Shut the door.
Well, you can do that with a dog, but they keep barking out there.
Uh-huh.
So there are issues as well. I understand that when you're having a bad day with the kids, it's bad.
Would you like to say hi to Allie?
Sure.
Okay.
Earplugs, David. Earplugs.
She was just tired yesterday. She'll be good.
Telephone. She has telephone? Yes, you have a phone call. All right, she's on her way. You have to find out. Surprise.
Oh, it's just you, Dad.
Hello?
Ellie,
Who is it?
Santa.
No, it is?
It's Santa Claus.
Santa.
Ellie, what do you want for Christmas this year?
I want, like a Barbie. Do you know what Barbies are?
I know what Barbies are.
You do?
Yes.
My sister has a lot.
You want a lot of Barbies?
Yeah.
Well, have you been good this year?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Who's your favorite, Mommy or Daddy?
My mom.
What?
My mom.
What about Daddy? Ellie? What about Daddy?
My dad doesn't give me anything.
Well, maybe that's because...
My dad's just trouble.
Let me talk to Mama.
Knock it off.
My dad's just...
Knock it off.
Oh, kid, raked you over the coals.
My dad's just trouble. Thanks.
He doesn't give me anything. Mean old dad.
She was so excited to talk to Santa Claus.
I know.
I know. I thought she was going to start crying. She's squealing.
You need to tell Santa something? Okay, she needs to tell Santa one more thing. Okay.
Santa?
Ellie?
Mom, I love you.
I love you, honey.
Ellie?
What?
What did you want to say to Santa?
Oh, Santa?
Yes?
I would like that thing, and it's a Cabbage Patch Girl, and she, swims with her board, and she hangs around, and we fly her, like we push her in the bathtub.
Okay, and how about a nice big onion?
Ow!
I thought you loved onions.
I don't.
Your daddy tells me that you love onions.
I don't.
Okay. What about Daddy now? Isn't Daddy a nice man?
My dad wants to go ball.
Daddy wants a golf ball. Shouldn't Daddy be allowed to go golfing today?
What?
Shouldn't your daddy be allowed to go golfing today?
What?
Okay, I'll tell Daddy you said so.
Okay.
All right, I love you.
I love you too.
All right, let me talk to Mama.
Hello? Hello?
I'm sorry, I switched.
Santa's grossing me out. Stop it. Santa's not supposed to hit on Mommy. Come on.
Santa's got a North Pole.
Stop it. Jeez, your child is in the room.
Did you get a spanking?
Who, me?
Uh-huh.
No, why?
Oh, I thought from Allie.
No. No. She told me she thinks I should go golfing today.
Right.
For all the time that we spent
See,
playing.
this is the problem. You're always at golf.
Always at golf.
Well, at least twice a week.
At least twice a week.
Oh, that's why your poor daughter thinks you don't give her any. And you're nothing but trouble.
I got no reason to go home. No one appreciates me.
You really don't, David. You need to have a separate house.
I'll just go home. They'll make fun of my pimple on my nose.
Oh, that thing's nasty.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't know where to look when I was looking into your eyes last night.
Oh, my God. Hello, David. Is that your dog?
This thing is...
Off your head.
This thing is so bright and red. People were stopped when I was getting behind people in their cars, and they were pulling over for me. Can eat French fries with this thing.
Well, you know what? I've got work to do.
Oh, you get the brush.
Poor Beth.
Yeah, I got to take Allie to school. I have 5 minutes to get there.
Okay. Well, I love you very much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever. Bye, Beth.
Oh, bye, Shell.
See you later.
It's a pleasure to speak with you.
Have a great day, okay?
You too.
Try to keep your chin up, because I know you got a lot of work to do.
I do.
All right.
All right.
See you later.
Love you, Shell.
Love you, too. Bye.
Wow.
I don't care. Like I care.
Shell gets it.
Good, live it up.
You take it.
See how far
Whatever.
it gets you.
You know.
Words, baby. I don't care. I can go without it, so I get a 4-hour golf game. You damn right I can.
Where are you playing? It must be a great course.
Oh, we're going out to the old DoubleTree Resort today.
No.
It's a nice course, too.
That's right. You have no idea where it is.
No, I do not. But it's nice. Well-groomed, well-managed.
That's a fact.
You know, and all you need is a really nice golf course with a really good hiding place, and you would never come home.
The best of Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw on 115 KGB.
You guys want to hear some dirty, sleazy stories about Hollywood?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes, about anything.
Very excited about this, huh? Let's start with Harrison Ford. Boy's got his troubles, and now he's done something here that to me is just like, I always think about President Clinton when he did this. I cannot imagine myself in the frame of mind that I would just be having a conversation with a woman, yes, and tell me all about it, and, well, where are the numbers that I was asking for? And I say, and how is the third quarter looking? And I'm taking my pants off right now, and I just...
Yeah. I don't get that either.
That the pants just come off. Well, Harrison Ford did it.
Oh.
A stripper in Miami says that he came over to her apartment and he got so hammered while she got naked, and he's got a foot fetish, so he was doing weird things to her feet.
Really?
By the way, this happened while he was still married in January of last year. This girl's name is Meredith Wallace. She'd just gotten off work when Harrison Ford came zooming by on his Harley. While he was waiting at a red light, she asked for a ride, and he said, sure, hop on. She invited him up to her tiny apartment. He sat on her futon. Ooh, that hurts. Wow. And tossed back 5 shots of vodka.
Woo!
Then he asked her to dance for him. She said, I only do that at work. So he took out 2 $50 bills, slammed them on the coffee table. Next thing you know, she was giving him a totally naked lap dance. She says, I had to pinch myself. There he was, Harrison Ford, in my apartment. Things got hot and heavy. We went as far as we could without going all the way. He wanted to, but she stopped him when he pulled his pants down. I mean,
well, she was naked.
I guess, yeah, you're right.
You know?
She said, you're married. It wouldn't be right. So they went back to groping each other on the futon grope. And even though it didn't go all the way, Meredith calls it the best 2 hours of her life.
Well, that's interesting.
Her entire story and her picture in the next issue of Star magazine, which comes out this weekend.
Maybe that's why it was the best 2 hours of her life, because she sold the story to Star.
Goldie Hawn in for a lousy weekend.
Why?
Because the new issue of The Globe is out tomorrow.
So?
And the giant headline on the cover says, Goldie's shame, Kurt Russell caught in sleazy massage parlor.
Uh-oh.
Oops.
And pictures don't lie. He was. He snuck in for a lunchtime quickie at the Tokyo Massage Parlor on Pico Boulevard in West L.A.
Uh-oh.
He had his choice of 3 different girls, Happy Mimi or Ming Ming.
Who'd he choose?
A 30-minute massage costs $50, but the girls make it clear that they also perform a variety of extra acts for extra money. So the Globe sent 4 investigators there on 4 different days to find out exactly what it was that Kurt Russell experienced. And all 4 of these investigators were propositioned. One of them says, I chose a girl named Happy. As soon as we were alone, she pulled her top down and started oiling up her breasts.
Really?
When I told her, look, all I want is a massage, she tried to unbuckle my belt, and then she said, why no extra time? I make you feel good. You'll leave here very happy.
Well, she was happy.
I think that's called the full body massage, where they massage your body with theirs.
Based on the photos, Kurt Russell didn't look too happy. He came in through the front door and snuck out through the back, and then went into a liquor store and bought a big bottle of booze. All right, congratulations.
Wow.
Did you ever wonder what kind of money porn stars make?
Well, I have wondered that. Because they say it's
Considering
fairly...
a job
No, but they say it's
Which?
fairly lucrative.
Well, in the old days, it was nothing. Linda Lovelace just got used and abused and, $100 bucks, $50, $60.
You'd think it would be a ton since the videos stay on the market for the rest of their lives, but surprisingly, the performers do not earn that much. The new issue of Jane magazine goes behind the scenes to find the answers. For one thing, actresses are not paid for each movie. They're paid a flat rate for every trick.
Really?
Yes.
Got to get some better representation.
For Girl on Girl, it's $600. For Girl with a Guy, brings them $800. You get $1,000 if they're willing to have action in a body part not intended for that. Here's a quote from the article. If a girl does an average of 80 scenes a year at $800 a pop, she makes $64,000. Now, that doesn't seem so great for all that wear and tear. But most porn stars dance at topless clubs as well, and that'll usually boost their income into the six-figure range. By the way, this is one of the few fields where women make more money than men, usually twice as much, but the guys have longer careers. And it's a tough job to do. Very few men can perform on command repeatedly in front of a crew and under those hot lights. They can last in the business for 20 years. The average woman, 18 months.
Wow.
Wow. And there are not as many of the men, too, so I would think that they would get, more job offers.
Don't you give up on a dream, Shell.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
For a Hollywood actress, there's only one thing worse than the so-called casting couch. It's when they're no longer considered casting couch material.
Oh, ouch.
That's the word from Patricia Arquette, just broke up with Nicolas Cage, and now that she's single again, she was surprised to find that studio execs are not trying to get her into bed. She says, I'm 32, not exactly over the hill, but Hollywood's always discovering hot new girls. Everyone wants to sleep with you for a while, then they find someone new, and they're done with you. It's a cruel reality, but that's the way it is. Gosh darn, don't we all feel bad for a poor little rich girl. 29-year-old Chad Michael Milligan of Medford, Oregon, is trying to legally change his name to Donald Trump Jr.
Jeez. Good idea.
It is unclear what his motives are. Maybe he wants to meet and impress women. He's not married. He's been divorced 3 times. If a girl didn't believe he was Donald Trump Jr., he could just whip out his driver's license. That name would also help him in the world of business. Unfortunately for Mr. Milligan, the real Donald Trump found out about it and filed a formal objection. A court has agreed to hold a hearing on the matter. He is prepared to fight it all the way. He says, I don't need Trump's money. I've got my own business.
What's he do?
I don't know.
I sell pencils.
And finally, Chainsaw touched on this yesterday during the Sportscast. President Clinton just met with the U.S. Olympic team and said, more and more of our young people are overweight and out of shape. We've got to turn this around, which is kind of funny. Clinton didn't seem to mind young fat people when they were under his desk.
Right.
But
maybe he was trying to turn her around.
Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw. 101 KGB.
Chainsaw Show. Boyer here with you, playing back some of the good stuff this past week, including this article from the UT talking about victims of the year. Oh my, let's all weep for them now silently, won't we please? The best of DSC. This is the KGB.
All right, this is an article that was in the UT yesterday, and I think you'll enjoy it. Once again, the United States is the undisputed world champion in the creation of social victims. Here are the winners of the Victims of the Year competition. 2 8th-grade girls were punished at a Dallas junior high school after engaging in a hallway hug. They said the hug was friendly, not sexual, but the school's principal said hugging could lead to other things and create peer pressure for students who may not want that type of contact.
Jesus.
I did not hear the Chainsaw cover this. Maybe you did, maybe I spaced it, but After Penn State's usually powerful football team lost 5 of its first 8 games, the University Faculty Senate knew exactly how to cope. It passed a resolution denouncing negative cheering.
Yeah, we had that story.
To be read to crowds at all Penn State home games. No booing. No booing allowed.
Boy, that makes you not want to do it.
Mandatory cheering after bad plays. And then there were the children victimized by reading. A feminist...
You can't get any farther than that, can you?
Come on, suck it up. Read the story.
A feminist professor says reading aloud to one's children is an act of violence.
What?
That represses the young, forcing them into the jail of patriarchy and cultural structure.
Oh, brother.
Children are unaware of this, said Peggy Kamoff of the University of Southern California. Great.
She's a kook.
Great, another Californian making us look good out there in the Midwest.
See, I'm a feminist, and I fully disagree with that.
How? I don't understand her point.
Children are unaware of this, said Peggy Kamoff of the University of SC, because the psychic pain causes repression of the memory.
Democrat piss me off.
Not a Democrat. She's a feminist.
There's no such thing as a Republican feminist.
I don't know that that's true.
I know, because you're a Democrat.
I'm not a Democrat.
Democrat piss me off.
Not a Democrat.
There's no such thing as a Republican feminist.
Yes, there is.
Who?
Just like you didn't believe there was a Republican gay community, but there is.
There isn't.
There is, too.
There is, too. They're called the Log Cabin.
Well, let me just pull a Shelley Dunn and say, well, I don't believe it, so that makes it so.
It is true.
No such thing as a Republican feminist. It's impossible. You'd explode. Can't be both.
I would just think that Phyllis Schlafly would kill you.
Let's see. What else do I have for you? New York policeman Justin Volpe pleading for leniency after his conviction in the horrific brutalizing of Haitian immigrant Abner Louima. Y'all remember him?
Yeah.
Well, I remember, yeah.
The toilet plunger. The cop told a defense psychologist, I was the victim.
Oh.
How?
The psychologist said that when Volpe was punched during the brawl that preceded Louima's arrest, he was overcome by fear, anxiety, physical pain, and momentary disorientation, leading to a sense of powerlessness that caused him to torture Louima by jamming him up the backside with a toilet plunger.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
A Canadian woman says her son Kenny is victimized by the TV cartoon show South Park, in which the Kenny character is killed each week. She said the show should be banned, or that the Kenny character should be named Dweeby or Doofus or any name that has no potential of deeply hurting the psyche of any Canadian. If they name him Dweeby or Doofus, what's poor Bromwich supposed to... How's he supposed to get through?
Yeah, what about all the doofuses in the school?
A woman's anti-urinal movement in Sweden is partly based on the idea that males who stand up to urinate are committing a nasty macho gesture.
What?
Suggestive of violence towards women.
God. That is just completely stupid.
No, it's not, Chainsaw. It's something that we all need to listen to so that all people can be heard.
All right.
You Republican.
So what do we need?
How dare you? How dare you suggest that someone's feelings are ridiculous?
I am a Democrat.
That was Chainsaw.
Who
Good
voted
one,
for
Boyer.
a Democrat who voted for Bush.
On that urinal issue, the United States Navy stumbled into this argument by announcing that it is thinking of replacing urinals on its ships with stainless steel toilets.
Right.
Feeling victimized by criticism, Rear Admiral wrote a testy letter to the Washington Times saying that plans to remove trouble-plagued urinals have nothing to do with gender.
No.
Bill Clinton, I'm oppressed just like you, he said to a gay community. In an interview with The Advocate, which is a gay magazine, Bill Clinton depicted himself as oppressed just like gays and blacks. You see, during the Lewinsky scandal and impeachment, gays and blacks stuck with him because, quote, people who have been targeted, who have been publicly humiliated and abused, well, I think identified with what was going on.
Right.
The whole thing was just a vehicle to try to find some last desperate way to undermine the results of 2 elections and the fact that I've tried to be a president for the people who've been left out. When Pope John Paul II said that an assassin's attempt to kill him in 1981 was one of the prophecies made to 3 Portuguese children at Fatima in 1917, do you all guys know about that?
Mm-hmm. We talked about it, I thought.
The assassin said that he should be set free because he wasn't responsible for shooting the Pope. It was all preordained, presumably making him an instrument and victim of God's will.
That's funny.
That's a pretty good argument.
Callista and Monica. Callista Flockhart, TV star of Ally McBeal, said that she is criticized as too thin, and Monica Lewinsky is criticized as too fat because a sexist public resents successful women. I think it's a way to punish us for our advance, she said. Single people victimized by a heartless society, a new victim group that American Association for Single People argued in a series of ads that single people have been suffering in silence and were virtually ignored during the presidential campaign. The group was especially irked by Ralph Nader, who has never been married and could easily tell unmarried voters that he sympathizes. The group recommends esteem-building books such as It's Okay to Be Single, and a book pointing out that, hey, you know, Jesus was single.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Now, all the stuff I've just read to you is why we still do not have a president of these United States. I've said this all along for years and years. The biggest problem with this country is too many people get to have their say. Some people just should not be heard. And as the dictator, I will be glad to point out who those kooks are that should be silenced. Just consider that.
Permanently.
Not permanently. No.
Until they start talking sense.
Right.
And then you want to hear from them.
Right.
Exactly. You got to
Sounds
program
nothing
them.
like the Inquisition.
Would you want to hear from a kook? Of course not. Would you want to hear from someone who makes sense? Of
Right.
course.
Right?
There you
Exactly.
go. So you've just bought way too far into this whole everybody gets to be heard
I suppose you're right.
nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Utter nonsense. Everything that I've read to you is utter nonsense. And it's all a byproduct of everybody gets to have a say.
Somebody at Monday Night Football last night asked me to please tell me the movie where Tom Hanks makes that noise.
We
said,
Well, it's his entire body of
right.
work.
He said that's what I tried to explain to him. Yeah.
Tom Hanks does not make that noise, and I like Tom Hanks. I think
Yes.
he's probably the greatest actor of our time.
Absolutely.
When you look at his
yes,
movies.
Yeah.
But Tom Hanks is the unfortunate involuntary victim of that noise because he's so sensitive. You've got mail and I'm sleepless in Seattle.
And then I said to the guy, it's fun to do. Just try and do it by yourself. It's fun. He walked away happy.
The Tom Hanks noise of sensitivity.
Yes.
See, we are so unable to express our deep thoughts, fears, concerns, paranoias. And instead of using words, we use noises. Granted. Yeah, things like that. We use noises.
Absolutely.
And of course, one of the great new noises.
Clanging off your head.
What's that thing?
Pretty soon we'll all just speak in noises. There will be no more verbiage. I guarantee you, if we make it another 10 years on this radio station,
We'll be doing.
all you'll hear will be things like, things like that. And you'll know exactly what we're talking about.
We'll be locked up where?
There's an audience for it.
The best of DSC.
This used to be a cool station until they put these dorks on.
1015 KGB.
1015 KGB, the best of Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw Show. That music means it's sports time. Let's take a look back now at the past week in sports. And for that, we turn to the Dean of American Sportscasters with important news about baseball owners looking to the future. Let's go now and say, hello, Cookie Randall.
Hello again, everybody. In the sports world, Major League Baseball Commissioner Bud Selig is considering stepping down as commissioner following the 2008 season. An announcement that put baseball owners in turbo drive to find a replacement in time for the 2009 season. Among the main candidates to become the next baseball commissioner is Richard Simmons. Although some baseball followers believe the noted exercise guru would make some sweeping changes that might tamper with long-standing baseball customs.
Like what, Chainsaw? What kind of... I'm not sure if I'm happy about that.
Well, I'll have to dig deeper in this story. I wasn't really prepared for that question, but locker rooms would be redecorated with fine antique furniture. The national anthem would always be sung by Elton John. Players could only grab each other's crotches. Officials would be referred to as humpires. A dugout would refer to a player named Doug coming out of the closet. 3 strikes, you're out. 4 balls, and you're yummy. And helmet night would mean guys with circumcisions would get in for free.
Damn it.
Controversial changes in Major League Baseball if Richard Simmons became the next commissioner.
Nothing about a couple of balls off the chin?
Well, we've got more, but I edited them out.
Oh.
Okay, Flash. A new world record has been achieved. Italian Claudio Caviecci has won the men's title at the 8th Annual World Pipe Smoking Championships, smoking for an uninterrupted 2 hours, 52 minutes, and 35 seconds. The women's title was won by Danish superstar Susie Jensen with a time of 1 hour, 54 minutes, and 40 seconds of continuous pipe smoking. It should also be noted that the World Pipe Smoking Champion gets an automatic first-round bye in the World Lip Cancer Finals scheduled later this month. Pretty funny. Finally, this fish story. While on a fishing trip 16 miles off the Texas coast, Gerald Shaw spotted what he thought was a seal in the water. But after the skipper backed up his boat, they discovered that a dog was swimming for his life, and they rescued the dog. Fortunately, the dog was big enough, or they would have thrown him back. Nobody could figure out how the dog got out that far until perhaps it was thought that he might have been chasing a catfish.
Yeah.
It turns out the dog was resisting his own rescue as I continue this story, even though this line is even weaker than the preceding two.
Come on.
Because he only had 328 miles to go to become the first swimmer to dog paddle across the Gulf of Mexico. And I was right about that.
We'll trust you from now on.
In other sports, David.
Could there be possibly other sports?
No. 9:37, 52 seconds. This is your 101.5 KGB Sports Network. Oh, my.
That's an amazing story, Chainsaw.
Thank you, David.
But I can tell you something even more amazing.
Talk to me.
More San Diegans wake up with Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw than any other radio show. KGB.
It's the 101.5 KGB FM San Diego Best of Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw Show going back in the box for your Saturday. Whole show back with you Monday morning, 6 a.m. Dave, Shelley, Chainsaw, Boyer, 66, Jason, Dana. God, did I miss anybody? Oh, man. Anyway, we'll be back for your listening enjoyment, 6 a.m., dark and early. Working hard to put together a good show for you. In the meantime, I'd like to see you at 12:30 today. Poway Chevrolet Oldsmobile. It's Boyer waiting for you out there. Got free lunch from Sombrero Mexican food. Those boys bring out the whole darn kit and caboodle, plus a fresh salsa bar and chips and a great entree. So stop on by for that. Great deals on the Poway Chevrolet Oldsmobile new and used car lots. Plus, we have tickets to Blue Oyster Cult at 4th and B, and movie passes, KGB CDs, and the ever-popular more. I'll be kissing hands and shaking babies 12:30 to 2. Come on by, say hi. Have yourselves a great weekend. Talk to you Monday. Bye.